Hey folks, welcome back. I'm your host, R.R. Slugger, and it's 2024. Happy New Year. Thanks so much for being with me here today. We're going to be spending a little bit of time going through and building some new sets from 2024. Some brand new sets I went out and picked up today. So I thought we'd build them together. But first things first, it's been a long time since we did one of these. Very long time. So I was trying to set everything back up the way I used to have this live rig going. And definitely some things were not working the way they used to. I had to do some troubleshooting and stuff like that. But first things first, how's the sound out there? How's the microphone sound? Is it coming through okay? Please let me know in the chat there, because I've got the chat open along the side so I can see it. And yeah, just let me know if the sound is okay. Oh, sounds perfect. Awesome, awesome. Oh, that's great to hear. Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, I see lots of people hanging out. That's great. Thanks everyone. Good stuff. Lots of new faces in the chat here. I mean, like, I was looking at the video history, you know, Slugger's video history, and I noticed it's been something like 7 months since the last time we did one of these. So what gives, Slugger? What's going on, you know? Why has it been 7 months since we live streamed? Well, for those of you that didn't know, there was a problem with our basement, which is where I normally do all this sort of stuff, is down in the basement. We had a water leakage through the floor, and we had to get the carpets redone, and there was excavation and concrete work. It was a nightmare. So that's kind of what has kept us away from this for so long. So yeah, the mold, I know, hey, yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. However, it's all been taken care of. We're back to living normal again, which is great. And I'm excited to be doing something like this again here. So yeah, we'll see if we can do a few more of these in the future as well. Anyways, the best way, and I'm going to type this in the chat here as well too, the best way if you want to fire a question my way is to @ me, like to actually use the @RR Slugger. So I'm going to just type that in here really quick. Remember to use @R, and I think it's R dot, yeah. You got to type out the whole thing there. Use @RR Slugger if you want to fire. Exactly, just like Sparked Out did just now. That's exactly the way to do it. Yep. Question my way. And I also want to mention too, please try to not, I guess, spam a question over and over and over again. If I miss it, I miss it. You know, it's, yeah, just try to be, you know, conscious of that. Ricky, I'm doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. I was out and about a little bit today, and I've got a little bit of story as to these sets that I picked up and the price that I paid for them. It's kind of interesting, so I'll hit you with that here in just a minute. Let's see here. To keep. What do I call this? Comment spam to a minimum. Heart. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. And I'm just gonna pin my comment here so folks see it every time they come in. Yeah. Were the excavators the small rock raider guys? I actually don't know exactly what you mean there. Oh, the excavators. Yeah, I get it now. The people working on my house. Yeah, they were the real granite grinders. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Max was saying yesterday I built my first Lego art set. Have you ever made one, and what do you think of them? Happy New Year's too. Yeah, I built the Van Gogh, the Starry Night. It was really cool. Yeah, and it's hanging on the wall now. Yeah. Cool. Motors Agamemnon. Sorry, I'm butchering the pronunciation there. Our Slugger, what's your favorite new set that came out last year? That's a good question. I didn't buy many sets last year. I could probably count on one hand the number of new Lego sets I bought last year. I don't know. Was that Big Blue Crane in 2023, or was that 2022 even? 2023 to me just feels like it flew by. I don't even remember anything that happened. But Super Lazy Nova was asking, do you have any opinions on the CMF series On the new series, not especially. There are some cool space ones that are in there. They're not totally my thing, but yeah. Okay, cool. What time is it in Canada? It's about 3:30 where I am. Yeah. 3:30 in the afternoon, I should say. Any favorite figs of the new Space Figs? Cornfed Bricks asks. Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Deep Dish Kent says, how's the mold situation going? It is completely resolved now. It took a lot of time and money, but it's completely resolved. So we're happy about that. Yeah, Sebastian's also asking about the astronauts. Seems like people are going to be asking about the minifigures in these sets. I really haven't looked at them all that much. I haven't watched many videos or anything like that, so I'm excited to see what we get inside here. But yeah. Oh, the VIP sets. Ian's asking about the VIP sets. Yeah, I got the there was a camera one, a vintage camera one, I think, or something like that. I got that one for my brother. They're cool. They're cool. Oh, motor segment in. Okay, thanks, Box. Oh, good question. Iconic Square is already asking about Summer of Slug 2024. Will you be doing anything similar to Star Mail or just an extension to Star Mail in the future? We're cooking something up. Yeah. I've got another theme idea I really want to pitch. And so that's the one I'm gonna be looking towards, I think, when we get there. Summer of Slug 2024, you know. Still a ways away, but we'll get there. All right, cool. Let's get the show on the road here. I'm hoping everything's just gonna run like clockwork. That's always the hope, but this is kind of gonna be a kind of a chill, more laid back stream compared to some others, I guess. Although they haven't really been that high octane in the past. So if things go wrong, hopefully, you know, we're able to correct them quickly and move on from there. But without further ado, let's get this going. Now, what I did really quickly, right at the start, I set everything up. I was very meticulous about it. And then the very first thing I did was bump the tripod, or sorry, bump the, I guess it's a mic stand, really. Bump the mic stand that my camera is on. So my camera got misaligned immediately. So let's get that lined up. There we go. Okay, cool. I think that's good. Yeah, let's do this. Awesome. Okay, cool. Hopefully that's coming through okay there. Razor Bricks was asking, do you think the box packaging, sorry, for the CMS or CMF series is a downgrade? I've got a whole video sitting on the back burner about that. I really need to get that one out eventually. So yeah, McLee's asking, what are we going to build? Well, we're going to start with some Lego space stuff here. I've got a few more sets kicking around in my Lego box, or my Lego bag, I should say. Yeah, so today we picked up a few of these. Oh, hey, Zuko. All right, well, that didn't take long. We're already getting visited by the feline visitors, and he's knocking over all the lights. Great, awesome, we're off to a great start here. Hey, Zuko. Okay, cool. The illusion is broken. There we go. Hey, buddy. Okay. Ian's asking about any thoughts on the 2024 Dreams sets. Yeah, a few of them look kind of interesting. I don't think I'm going to get any of them. I was looking at them today in the Lego store, and none of them really... Oh, bless you. None of them really spoke to me, you know, so... Ooh. Nick on Planet Ripple saying this ship is very similar to one that came out 4 years ago, and I agree, and I know the one you're talking about too. Here you go, Zuko. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting overwhelmed by cats and comments all at the same time. And yeah, I've got that other ship that you're talking about too. Yeah, probably we'll end up talking about those at some point. Oh, Sparked Out saying, forgot to say, but congrats on 15, 20, 25, and 30,000 subscribers. Yeah, thank you. It all just kind of creeps up on you over time. Oh, Super Lazy Nova was asking, do you have any of those neat minifigure display cases? Yeah, I've got 3 of them, and I put all of my Adventurers minifigures in them right now, the ones I use for the Orient Expedition. Hunter Baker was asking, Explorians retrospective when? Yeah, hopefully, yeah, 2025. That seems like a pretty pretty attainable goal. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, oh, 6982. Ah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that's a cool set. Max was asking, did you see the New Year's Chinese Dragon set? It's the Chinese New Year I'm actually kind of interested in. No, I haven't actually seen that one yet. I'm really not up to date on a lot of modern Lego stuff, to be honest. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm just giving the cat some cuddles right now, too. Pingu is saying, just wanted to thank you for taking the time for personalized replies on Star Mail submissions. I was blown away to actually get your opinion on my little mock. Oh, you're welcome. Honestly, from my perspective, it's the very least I could do is, like, if people are gonna, you know, put in time and effort into building these cool creations, the very least I can do is look at them and try to give at least a couple of sentences about what I think of them, you know, in an email. I feel like that's fair, you know. Actually, it's rather unfair if we, you know, consider how much time the builders put into it versus the amount of time it takes me to write an email. So, but yeah, I was really appreciative and blown away by the amount of people who sent stuff in. Oh, Zuko, you're causing chaos today, buddy. Now there's black cat hair everywhere too. This is gonna be great. All right, we're off to a good start here. So, anyways, sorry, I'm gonna look away from the chat for a sec. I know people are writing. Sorry, buddy, are writing some messages and everything here. These are two of the space sets that I picked up here. So we've got what is this? 60430 Interstellar Spaceship. I like that name. I can't believe we've made it this far in LEGO's history and we haven't used the name Interstellar Spaceship before. So that's pretty cool. You would have thought that one would have been used up in the 80s at some point in time. And then we have 60431 Space Explorer Rover and Alien Life. Yeah. And I want to crack both of these open to build them today. I think we'll start with the smaller one first. Move it off to the side. We'll do this one. And you know what? Actually, I do have one more set in here too. I'll show you this one as well too. This one was probably the one I'm actually the most excited for. is this one right here. So this is what do they call this one? 31146 flatbed truck with helicopter. But the reason why I'm so excited for this one, oh wow, everything got really orange all of a sudden. I guess when I took the yellow box out. Is because this one reminds me of the Model Team series. This truck, the red stripe across the black truck, very Model Team. So I'm excited for this one as well. Now all three of these sets, this one, and this one. Does anyone want to take a guess at how much I paid for all three of these sets? All three of them together. Lord Hazard saying, how about pirate mail? Yeah. Emblene's Door saying near 100. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, 90 Canadian dollars. Yep, 90 Canadian dollars. Yep. That all sounds about right. So that was what my order rang up to. It was about $99 Canadian. But then I remembered, oh yeah, one of my students sent me a gift card for Christmas, a $25 gift card. So I redeemed that. And then we were looking at my VIP points, or I guess insider points, or whatever they call them these days. And I decided, you know what, why not just burn some of those as well, too? So in the end, all this in front of me cost me personally $12. 12 Canadian dollars. So we're basically building some almost free Lego today, which is pretty awesome. So I'm excited about that. $12. This is what $12 buys you in Canada. It's amazing, yeah. So yeah, I guess I must have had a lot of points saved up, but here, I'll move that out of the way there. Yeah, $12 for all that. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let me get the, I've got a couple of things here. Yeah, now building and the set number. Let's put those on. There we go, so that people who join later are able to figure out what it is that we're building today. Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of VIP. I guess I'd been saving it up. I don't know why, but yeah, it was I guess around $60 of VIP points. And you know what? Might as well turn that into cash. So yeah, cool. Nakator saying, I want to wish you a happy new year and appreciate your efforts in making these awesome Lego videos. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm hoping to get back a little bit more into the swing of things here in the new year. I've been finding that my new computer has made it easier than ever to make videos, which is great. It took a lot of figuring out and whatnot, but it's so much faster. and Linux as an operating system has just been just a godsend, really. So I've been really enjoying that. But yeah, anyway, here's our set that we're looking at today. Looks like it has a neat engine core on the back there. I'm gonna be excited to see that. Lots of sand blue elements, and apparently a new orange color that I've heard some people talk about. So that's interesting. I like how this is on a planet, like alien life, alien planet, that sort of thing. That's a nice change of pace. I wish it wasn't a render. I wish it was back to the old photography, because it'd feel a lot more real. It would look more real. It looks pretty, you know, fakey fake and all that. So that's too bad. But it is pretty neat. They're definitely going for that like NASA punk, like Interstellar, maybe Mass Effect vibe with some of these sets. And I do plan on making a video talking about this idea of this Lego space thing. I don't know if I'll get into it too much here today, but yeah, I'm interested to build it. So yeah. Looks like Sebastian was asking, do you have snow where you are? It has been a very green Christmas, let's say. There hasn't been a lot of snow, so there's a little bit, but not a lot. I'm kind of waiting for it to get cold. Apparently February is gonna be when we get -20 sort of weather. But yeah, just a couple years ago, we had a really cold December. Pipes froze and everything, so yeah. Mira Vox was asking, what a coincidence, I just finished the Lego Space Mech. Yeah, no kidding. Good value for 10 bucks, I agree. Super Lazy Nova was saying he recently picked up 2 classic Lego space sets. Oh, whoa, 920 and 926. Wow, those are classic. Yeah, you know you're getting into old Lego sets when the set number is only 3 digits, not 4, right? So. Do you have any tips for replacing old, long discontinued parts? Yeah, Bricklink is really the place to go for that, and unfortunately a lot of that stuff is very expensive. So, yeah. Okay, let's see what we got inside here. Oh, am I going to build this with the instruction book? I guess I am. Why not? Yeah. So it looks like, what is this, 2 bags of parts? Yep. And some loose bits. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that piece before. That must be a Speed Champion adjacent sort of thing. Those cars are basically responsible for 30% of the new parts in the 21st century, I would say. So, yeah, and I think I built a set with this. Oh, the crocodile car had this piece in it recently as well, too. Yeah, just in a highlighter yellow color. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the prairies, Sebastian, yeah. Eridian saying, punch tab hurts to see even on new boxes. Yeah, like I obviously wouldn't be this brutal with a vintage set, but yeah, with the new ones, I don't care at all. Like, there's no alternate builds, I don't care. Right? So that's my MO. Joe the Jellyfish says, do you have an all-time favorite minifigure? Ooh, that's a good one. It might be Dr. Cyber, to be honest. I love Dr. Cyber from Time Cruisers. That might be it. Have you picked up the Lego Space book that came out recently? I'd recommend it for sure. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I would like to get it. I should order it in. Yeah. I don't like how it doesn't really have anything to do with, you know, Lego Space in the 90s. I don't like that aspect, but yeah, it seems like they just kind of arbitrarily picked 1992 as being the cutoff point for Lego Space. And in my opinion, that's kind of like when Lego Space started getting good. Right? So it feels like they skipped the best part of Lego Space, but oh well. Yeah. Cool. I think what I'll do here is I'll keep this down in front so folks can kind of see what page I'm on, and then we can build from there. Hopefully folks, if anyone here celebrates Christmas, hopefully you had a good Christmas as well too. I got the Lego Concorde, which I was really excited about, so I built that. It's way too big to show off here though. It's far and away the biggest thing I've ever built out of Lego. It's I don't know how many feet long it is, like it feels like 3 feet long or something like that. Yeah, it's just massive. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get a quick drink of water here before I crack these bags open, and we'll keep going from there. I never got the Dr. Oz Nerdian. No, I never did. Iconic Square was asking, do you have displays for your sets? Unfortunately, no, except the Concord's up there, up on the shelf right now. I don't like to display sets because they collect dust, and it's annoying to clean them from the dust in order to photograph them later, so yeah. Honey Bear's doing the whole fanboy, fangirl thing. Nick on Planet Ripple is here too, right? Yeah, what a great beginning for 2024. Yeah, it's great. I know, it's awesome. I love seeing celebrities pop up in the chat every now and then. So it's awesome. Super Laser Nova was asking any opinion on the newer instruction books. I really don't dig them. Honestly, if I was just doing this on my own, I would use my iPad and I'd use the app. I just prefer the app. Not with like the 3D bricks or anything like that, just a PDF of the instructions. I don't like how, like, here's a great example. Here's step 4. One piece gets put on step 4. It's an entire page wasted for putting one piece on. I just feel like a maniac flipping through the book, having to go so rapidly through it. It's so much easier just to tap. It takes up less space on the table. I don't know. It's just a better user experience for me. But yeah, sorry, I know I'm missing a few questions here. Someone was asking earlier about building mocks. Have I built any mocks recently? I built a cool spaceship mock that I hope to show off in a new video about Lego Space. So that'll be one. Oh, Jam Attack was asking, have you ever been in a Concorde? No. My auntie apparently flew on one back when they were flying, but I would love to be in one at some point. That'd be really cool. Nick's saying he's a C-list Lego YouTuber at best. I don't think so. I think Lego Rewind is one of those everyone who is into Lego has like seen it, right? So it's one of those things like, of course you're subscribed to Nick on Planet Ripple, like of course you're subscribed to Jang Lego Bricks, right? You know, those are just things like everyone does, right? So yeah. Okay, cool. Let's start cracking this open here. It's a pretty big bag for not a lot of pieces. I'll end up spending the whole time just talking if I don't actually open these bags up. You know, it's 2024. I was thinking we might start seeing those paper bags at some point in time, but all I'm getting is plastic. Oh well. I'm gonna try to answer a few comments from folks that I haven't talked to yet here. Jedi Knight Ryan was saying, I think I heard you say you got the Van Gogh tribute set. Yes. I've been thinking of getting it as my next big set. Do you like it okay? Was it oddly challenging to build anyways? Yeah, I made a mistake somewhere in there because when I was building it, there's just so many types of blue, and it was kind of tough to tell the blues apart from step to step. So I think there's like one piece that's mismatched in my creation, which is not bad for like a set with whatever, you know, 2,000 pieces or something. That one was a gift. I don't know if it's one I would have gone out to buy myself. I don't think I would have spent whatever it is, 200 Canadian dollars or something on it. It was fun though. It was a pretty challenging build, but it definitely does have a little bit of warp to it. Like the weight of the bricks sticking out from the picture frame does kind of make it warp ever so slightly. But it hangs on the wall nice. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Wyatt was saying, thoughts on the progress bar at the bottom of new instructions. Yeah, this little progress bar down here as the astronaut gets closer. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. It's whatever. Mateo's saying, any possibilities of returning to Power Miners? Looking at some alternate builds. Love from France. Ah, nice. It's been a long time since I've been to France. I spent a few days in Paris about a decade ago. Yeah, the Eiffel Tower, just beautiful. Anyways, I don't know if I will go back to Power Miners anytime soon. They might pop up from time to time, but yeah, I feel like I kind of more or less buried the hatchet on that one. So yeah, this is a cool minifigure design. Yeah, that's not bad. Leg printing, torso printing, back printing. Hi, Zuko. The big furry creature next to me, that's my cat. Yeah. Or one of the cats, I should say. Oh, weird. I thought this was dirt on the character's face. It's a constellation. It's like stars. They've got like a star tattoo. You definitely can't see this in the camera here, but if you look up photos for this this character, that's interesting. To my knowledge, they didn't give names to these characters though, so this is just an astronaut person who's got some star tattoos. That's kind of neat. Okay, buddy, you're gonna knock down these lights if you're not careful. Okay, come on up. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Oh yeah, in the north of France, Lille. Yeah, I think I was there for a little bit. I can't remember. It was so long ago. We were touring different Canadian battlefields and whatnot. So went to Belgium and France, Vimy Ridge, all those places. Mm-hmm. Tarker, that's funny. That's real funny. Hey, Alphin. Hey, yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Dawnbreaker Drake was saying that they might be trying to get rid of the old stock with plastic bags. That's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Okay. Let's start putting these little tiny pieces together. Yeah, so what has Slugger been up to? What's Slugger been doing, I suppose? Well, I spent a week with my parents for over the Christmas holidays there, reading and hanging out, I suppose, doing that sort of stuff. I have been spending some time planning out the start of 2024, and I basically have my video schedule all lined up until about mid-March, which is kind of crazy already, but you know, it adds up quick. You know, you don't have a lot of time to do much in the way of this when you're in so many other activities. You know, musician and a teacher and all this other stuff going on. So yeah, but we're going to be jumping back to the Orient Expedition soon, which will be good. I put off the Everest Expedition until there was snow on the ground, and it actually felt appropriate to start talking about, you know, these kind of wintry looking sets. And even though it hasn't really been all that snowy of a winter, at least where I'm at, I will be getting into that. So I've been writing scripts for the Orient Expedition, which we will get to very soon. That'll be exciting. All this transparent orange. One can't help but wish it was trans neon orange. Okay, could you let, Mateo asks, could you let the live stream visible on your channel after that? Schedule time don't fit with my France hours. Oh yeah, yes. So I archive all the live streams, and the chat is archived as well too. Yeah, so it's all there for folks that want to come watch it later. Oh, I see, this is like a jetpack. That's kind of neat. So it sticks on the back there. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. It's got a battery thing, some wings. That's fine. All right. Oops. Now we're building the ship, and I'm excited about the ship design because even though I'm maybe not 100% sold on the idea of Lego space is back, that sort of thing. And I'll talk about that more in a video, I think, once I've kind of fleshed that out. I do like this particular ship. I think it looks cool, so we'll see if the end result looks cool. There we go. Man, the other thing too, I'm having a real hard time with these instructions. They're printed really dark. All of the light bluish gray pieces look like dark bluish gray, so I'm looking for the wrong gray piece most of the time when I'm looking for these. And the dark bluish gray looks black, so I think they just went a little heavy on the ink here. I don't normally run into that problem, so I don't think it's a vision related thing. I think it's a misprint related thing. Let's see here. Oh, Pixelfile was there. Let me jump back real quick. I'm pretty sure this figure is supposed to be a leader character for the lighter blue pilots in the other sets. Okay, cool, cool. Yep. Interesting. Tweetsy Railroader is saying, how often do you look at Lego ideas? I used to have a passing interest in it, but every time they go through and they do that round where they pick out one set and then they say no to like 50 of them, I just feel bad. It just makes me feel bad, so I don't pay attention to Lego ideas anymore. It's like a killing ground. Yeah, I can't be optimistic looking at it. So yeah, I don't pay any attention to Lego ideas anymore. You know what's even worse now too is that half the time the Lego ideas set that does get picked and goes through just ends up being a gift with purchase, like that you can't buy. So I can't even buy the the Lego ideas sets that I want half the time. So yeah, it's like lose-lose. So might as well not even get involved. Yep. Tomas was saying, hey Sluggy, is this your first Lego you built in 2024? It certainly is. It certainly is. And oh my goodness, how am I gonna pronounce this? Is it Ronga? Ronga Bros? Rona Bros? Maybe it's Rona Bros. Was saying, ordered the set myself. Hopefully it'll arrive soon. Yeah. Now, I owe Rona Bros or Ronga Bros a apology based on my misspelling of their name. I can't even pronounce it, let alone spell it, but I misspelled it in the Star Mail video, and they went through all the effort of doing a big stop motion animation clip. It was so great, and I felt so bad for the typo. But yeah, I think Star Mail frazzled my brains quite sufficiently there. Awesome. Hey, I'm seeing a lot of regulars in here, which is cool. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of regulars. Bionicle Punk, Shy Guy, Droid Commander, and Random Brick Films. So yeah, it's great to see so many people here. Thank you. Random Brick Films is asking, do you usually differentiate your minifigure environments in your mocks? Minifigure environments. Yeah, sometimes. I don't do a lot of mock building anymore, to be honest. I really should spend more time doing it, because I enjoy it. But, yeah. Oh, sorry, that's just Zuko chewing on the plastic bag. He likes to chew on plastic bags, so, yeah. Okay, and, hello, Mr. Squid, hello. I feel like I'm skipping some steps here. Let's make sure we're doing this properly. I'm gonna bring it around. Hey, name dropped as a regular. Yeah. This is my second stream, says Kat. So awesome, awesome. Oh, and Car Simplified's here. Hey, Steve, good to see ya. Cool, cool. Awesome. Yeah, the channel's grown quite a bit even since the last live stream, so I'm not surprised to see some more new faces. Yeah. Logan Brick Films is saying Prince Zuko. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we named our cat after Prince Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he's got scars on his face because he was a rescue cat. So he's probably looking to restore his honor or something like that. So oh, these are cool. Some big sand blue bricks. I love getting sets that have bricks in them like that. Yeah. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna pronounce this. Is it Vodmies? Vodmies, maybe? I'm planning to build a Lego Technic mock of some Rock Raider set. Ooh, which set should I recreate in Lego Technic? That's a great question. I think there's a lot of potential in something like the Loader Dozer or the Granite Grinder, because they have Technic elements to them already. Like with the bucket sort of thing on the Loader Dozer or the legs on the Granite Grinder. I think both of those could be good ones, but doing the drill might be tough. The drill or the laser, like from the Chrome Crusher, that might be difficult. So yeah, I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not a Technic builder. I don't really build with Technic, so I don't know what is feasible and what isn't, but I'd be excited to see anything you come up with. If you do end up building it, you can send it to my email, and my email address is down here on the bottom. Anyone's welcome to send me an email of what they're building. I love seeing that sort of stuff. Ray was saying, do you think the newer pre-bent limb piece is worse than the 2002 curve? I was having this discussion with Juniper the other day. It was like, yeah, you know, 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. They're both pretty bad. And I would be curious to see how many sets have the pre-bent limb piece that you're talking about, because it does really feel like it's a plague on mech sets, you know. That's a great comment. Yeah. Droid Commander says, any updates on the 2024 retrospectives? Oh, like what I have planned. Yeah, okay. Oh, Zuko. Sorry. UFO is gonna be probably the first one. Like, so you want to get into UFO. I've got the script finished for that, and I'll start photography on it soon. That'll be a multi-week project, that's for sure. What else? Well, Orient Expedition, we're going back to Everest on that. I'm excited to be doing that. And I think that's about all I can share at the moment. I do have some more things like penciled in tentatively, but I don't want to raise expectations or give false hope here for some of that stuff. So those two for sure. Amblene's Door, your videos made me discover the Rock Raiders community and also helped me through last year. Thanks for being a good person in this world. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm glad you you found good, you know, good folks on the internet. Sometimes that's tough. So that's great. I'm happy for you. Space Holiday. Hey Slugger, will you continue your Spyrius series? Yeah, I do want to do a video like that for Spyrius as well too. So you want to get into Spyrius and like which sets to prioritize in collecting, that sort of thing. So I do want to do that at some point. I don't have a timeline on it though, I'm sorry. But you know. Oh, this is cool. It's like an engine element. Oh, I get what's gonna happen here. I get it. This is cool. There's a curve piece here, and it's gonna depress, like something's gonna be able to press it outwards later on in the build. That's neat. Let's put these guys on here. These are probably for those back thruster thingies. Ghost Cat. The designer told me the colors like Galaxy Squad, etc. Blue, Explorians, green, Scientists, orange, Construction, dark blue, dark green, burnt orange are the captains. Gold is the leader. Oh, interesting. Cool, cool. Nice. So it seems like they have their own internal, I guess, command structure. Cool. Haha. Bionic Punk saying, would you ever climb Mount Everest and visit the Forbidden City? Probably not. Definitely not for Mount Everest, and probably not for doing much hiking and trekking. It's just not for me. I'm not really into that sort of stuff. I do like to, you know, hear about stories of human endurance and stuff like that. So I'm really interested in stories like that. Stories about astronauts, real world astronauts, or mountain climbers on K2, the US, or the HMS rather, HMS, what was it called? The Endeavour, right? The one that was in Antarctica. I think it was the Endeavour. Yeah, HMS Endeavour. Those sorts of stories really resonate with me. But I don't, for a moment, actually want to go and live them out myself. So, yeah. Let's pop that on there. Across the side. Wow, so many new bricks, so many new pieces I'm always introduced to every time I build a new Lego set. I've been thinking about this a little bit too. It's kind of about perspective, because the Lego sets in the 90s are more or less almost chastised modern, like with modern eyes looking back at them, for having a whole bunch of new molds, hyper-specific molds, and big pieces that have specific purposes and whatnot. And it's been something I've been thinking about a lot, building a lot of modern sets, because I feel like we get a ton of that in modern sets as well too. It's not the same, but it's similar, where you get, I don't know, pieces like this, that it's like a slope piece, but it's also like a tile, and it's got a weird cutaway in the side. Like this is, you know, it's a very specific piece. I know you can use this in a multitude of settings, and that's what makes it different, but like this piece doesn't need to exist. It's not something that was like brutally missing from Lego's catalog. So they make a lot of modern solutions for problems that aren't really problems, I would say. I don't know. I need to think about this a little bit more so I can flesh out my perspective. But it was something, as I was building the Concorde, I was coming across so many different parts where I was like, I don't know if this needs to be a thing, right? Like there is, you know, other ways to do this. Same idea. So yeah. Aiden saying, hey Slugger, nice to see you stream again. Thank you. It's nice to be back streaming. Yeah. Yeah, Nerdy, and I don't know if I have an answer to that question, sorry. I don't remember any sets from 2023, any new ones that I built. I would need to double check my list. I can't remember if the big white, or the big yellow, or sorry, what color am I trying to say? The big blue crane. I don't know if the big blue crane was 2023 or not. I thought that was 2022. So I don't know, but 2023 was kind of like a blur because of all the construction and stuff going on in my home. So, oh, here's some plague parts. Still showing up. Brun, maybe Brun or Brun. Hello, Mr. Slugger. I'm a huge fan of your work. Happy New Year. Hey, thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out, building some new Lego sets. Gonna work on some new Lego space stuff. Oh, it's a 2022 set. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, like, I don't think I bought many 2023 sets. I could probably count on one hand, and I can't even think of a single example right now of a set I bought in 2023 that was new. I bought a lot of old sets in 2023, but yeah. The plague! The plague! Easy Bricks. Yo, Slugger! Yo, Easy Bricks! Good to see ya. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, man, the chat's moving really fast. That is probably a sign that there's a lot of people here. I'm not keeping track of that, though. Oh my goodness, there's 169 people here. Nice! Good to see y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, the Dream sets! Thanks, Mirrorvox. Yeah, okay, the Crocodile car. There's an easy pick. I'll pick that one. I really like the Crocodile car. It's a great set. Awesome, thanks for being my brain trust there. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I guess the Concorde's also 2023, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the Concorde's great too. Really enjoyed that. It's huge though. It's not like, I can't recommend it like in the same way like, oh, you should go out and buy the Hypno Cruiser or buy the Granite Grinder. Like that, you can't say that about the Concorde. Like it's just, I don't know. It doesn't even like at the end of the day feel like it's in the same ballpark as a lot of those sets. You can't really compare it. Like the new like Rivendell set, like that huge massive, like what is it, like 5,000 pieces or something like that. That's not, you know, you can't say that, oh yeah, that's my favorite Lego set, you know, and my second favorite is the Granite Grinder. It's like they're leagues apart. They're not even in the same breath. Okay, let's put these pieces on the back here. AT17, you bought the Creator 3-in-1 house. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good one too. I forgot. Norbert is asking, which theme would you like to see get the same treatment as Space got this year? I mean, series of connected sets between Duplo, System, Friends, and Technic. Well, I don't know. See, I think part of the problem is I don't think I'm really on board with what they're doing this year with regards to what you mentioned. I guess like the next natural step would to be do it with Castle, do it with Pirates, because those are the two other big, you know, evergreen themes that Lego used to produce every year. So yeah. It'd be interesting. I wonder what a Technic pirate set would look like. Probably bad, but I don't know. It could be neat. So that's gonna. That's cool. Yes, the engine can splay out. That's pretty cool. Easy Bricks is saying, "What's a modern day theme you'd like to get into?" None of them really. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, not really. I don't know. This is all right. This is okay. You know, it's not blowing my socks off or anything. I'm not like, whoa, the return of Lego Space. This is amazing. Yeah, it's all right. Well, there's that new orange color. All right, that looks in a vacuum identical to the old orange color, but I'm sure if I put them side by side, there'd be a little bit of difference between them. Okay, interesting, interesting. I don't want to throw stones while living in this glass house, though, because a lot of the sets I love, like I was just writing a script talking about some of the Mount Everest sets, and they all have this medium orange color in them, which is another orange color that probably didn't need to exist, but because it was 2003 and they had this bloat of colors in the Lego palette back then, there it is popping up in those sets. And yeah, so I don't think I should mock this orange color when I was just writing scripts about sets that have an equally frivolous orange color in them. So yeah. Oh, the ship from Treasure Planet. Yeah, that would work. That'd work well. Alynn's asking, what about Dreams? Not getting into that, although no improvement in the show just yet. Yeah, I won't be watching any more of the show, I can tell you that much. Yeah, you know what? No, not really. Like the new sets came out, and I really like the look of the sand castle one. I think that one looks really cool. I don't need it though. Like I don't need to have it. Like I can respect that it looks neat, and it probably is cool, but I've got so much Lego. It's not one that needs to be on the list. I'm really trying to pare things down a bit. I was planning on buying all 3 of these sets, the ones I talked about, and the fact that I got all 3 of these for $12, because I spent some VIP points and I had a gift card and whatnot, is great, so that helps save some money. But this is going to be a year of saving money, I think, not spending money. That's what I'm going to try to do at least. So yeah, there'll be less new sets, but I have so many sets just sitting in the backlog here, and like not just new ones, because I do have a lot of new ones that are just sitting around waiting to be opened, such as that Friends Theater set, the stage production one. I still haven't opened that one. I still haven't unboxed it and built it. But then I have a bunch of old sets too. I have a sealed Titan XP that I haven't built. I ordered it from Italy years ago, and I still haven't built it. I've got Robobots sitting over there, sealed, still haven't opened that one. Yeah, just like tons of stuff here that needs to get, you know, built and appreciated. So hopefully less purchasing of Lego this year. That's the goal. Speaking of, like, I know in the thumbnail I put some like New Year's resolutions and things like that. That's one of mine, I think, is just to spend a little less money on some of these things. Still financially recovering from Chief? Yeah, you betcha. Honestly, I'm financially recovering from one of my other hobbies, which is music. Obviously, I'm a big music buff, and I collect old vintage guitars, and I bought a couple recently. I bought 3 within like the last 4 months. And they're all fairly expensive instruments, and yeah, they're kind of sapping into the budget that could be otherwise spent on other things like food and shelter or Lego, right? So need to, you know, save up some money to recoup from that. And that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you find those instruments, or sometimes it's Lego. You find those things that are like once in a lifetime opportunities to grab them. And you got to go for them, and then you have to eat ramen for a little while to build up. So, yeah. Yep. Oh, sorry. I just want to jump back to that comment real quick here. So that's from Toxic Personality Incorporated. You must be great at parties, yeah. Happy to see you're building the new city space sets. Don't love the colors, but they have the spirit I want from an 80s inspired space theme. Interesting, yeah. I can see where you're coming from with that. I definitely don't love white as the primary color again. That's that to me is, it's so tired at this point, and it really doesn't allow these sets to make the leap from spaceport to science fiction. These to me feel like they're just on the cusp of leaving what I would call spaceport or space city, those sorts of things. And they don't quite make that jump into hard sci-fi, which is what I want to see from LEGO Space. So these don't quite get me there over the hump yet. And I see a lot of people compare them to Mass Effect, and I get that, and I totally agree. You know, this one over here, I haven't built it yet, but you know, there's the Mako, you know, or maybe it's one of the ones from the like Mass Effect Andromeda or something like that. But it's very much rooted in that style. But this is like LEGO Space if Mass Effect was only the Normandy and like only the human vehicles. And that to me is closer to something like Interstellar or Starfield, like that NASA punk sort of aesthetic. It's not the hard sci-fi that I want to see from LEGO Space. It's a small step in the right direction, but it would take a big leap to get there. one giant leap to get there. So it's working on it. They're working on it. Whoa, nice. Yeah, where's my Destiny Ascension? Good question. I want the Andromeda Ascendant. There's a deep cut for some of the folks out there. Give me a LEGO Andromeda Ascendant. Lefty Girl saying, any interest in trying out them Rock Raiders colors on the new mining mech? No, I didn't even think of that. I wasn't crazy about the mining mech build, to be honest. It's just a little too simple, a little too small for me to be excited about it. To me, that's kind of like if I were to compare it to a Rock Raider set, it's like Rapid Riders sized and piece count. And like, while I like the Rapid Rider for what it is, it's also not rocking my socks. I don't need to run out and grab every Rapid Rider that ever existed, that sort of thing. So, yeah. Nat is playing, saying maybe pushing this direction is kind of testing the water. Yeah, you might be right. I mean, I don't want to get hopeful about it. That's the thing, because it's yeah, it's not something I want to be constantly disappointed by. But yeah, maybe wishful thinking. That they're gonna try to do more and more science fiction stuff. That would be super. That would be super. I'm seeing tons of great comments in the chat here. I'm definitely going to have to go back and reread some of this once I'm done live streaming today, because I feel like folks are giving me a lot of good things to think about, and I just don't, you know, the chat always rushes by so fast. I don't have time to really process some of this stuff in the moment. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about these minifigures, that they're really big fans of the minifigures in this theme. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to open up the other set too. They seem all right to me. They don't seem that distinct compared to the previous Spaceport 2s we've had. It feels like we've been getting Spaceport 2 for like the last 20 years. This is what is this, the 5th time we've gotten Spaceport 2? I don't know. So yeah, they're not necessarily wowing me, but maybe I need to open up a few more and see how different they are. I can definitely tell there's some heart put behind them, little bit more intention, I want to say. Yeah, a little bit more intention. So that's good. That's coming through. That's translating through. Yeah, but the like the white on black kind of thing with these wings and fins, yeah, very reminiscent of a lot of things we've seen before. This isn't very imaginative, I'll be honest. It's pretty derivative of other science fiction works, and yeah, that's not exactly what I'm hoping for with LEGO Space. Sorry, there's cat hair on everything. I wonder why. Okay. Oh, on to bag 2. All right, sweet. All the little bits, we'll move those out of the way. We've got ourselves a space boat. Oh, Honey Bear saying, our Slugger, I love your music. Thank you, Honey Bear. That's great. There's going to be a new song for the Everest videos. I wrote the song about a week ago. I need to do another mix on it though. And one of the cool things about this song is it uses one of those vintage guitars I was talking about earlier. It's a vintage guitar, or type of guitar I should say. It's called an Ovation Preacher guitar. And what's cool about it, hey Zuko, is that it has stereo output jacks. So I was playing around with that, meaning that you can send one pickup to one output jack and another pickup to another jack. So you can get a stereo sound just by one pass of the guitar strumming through chords by sending one pickup to one ear and the other pickup to the other ear. So I was playing around with that with this new song for Mount Everest, and I think I was really pleased with the results. But there is quite a mixing challenge that you have to do there to try to balance it to get it all to work. So I'm going to take another mix at it, or another stab at the mix, I should say. And then hopefully once those videos are out, I'll be able to put the music out as well too. Yeah, Car Simplified's complimenting the slow mode that's on the chat. Yeah, I have to do it at least 30 seconds, and even then I can't keep up with the chat. So part of me wants to do it like at 2 minutes or something so I have a chance to read what everybody's working on, but yeah. Okay, you can chew on the plastic as long as you don't throw up here. That would be a disaster. That'd be a disaster. Okay, cool. You're a proper polymath. I don't know about that, but I do have a degree in music, so I've studied it a long time, and I know how to do things with music. But I'm always learning new stuff too. That's the important thing. It's not like when you become an expert, you're just done learning. Yeah, lifelong learning. Ooh, Iconic Square, there's a cool question. Might sound a bit random, but what's your opinion on Dino Attack / Dino 2010? I'm going to have a whole video talking about that because I recently bought a Dino 2010 set to compare to the Dino Attack version of it. So I'm going to have a A-B sort of comparison. They're super cool, and they're really different and weird. And yeah, I will say that the T1 Typhoon, that big helicopter set, that was one of my favorite sets when I was younger. I just loved that set. One of my all-time favorites. So, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Is it just me, or are you missing a tool in your scrolling bar? Am I missing a tool in my scrolling bar? Oh, in my scrolling... But missing a tool in your scrolling band. Oh, am I? Oh, oh, I see. Well, that'd be a big issue, because that's the same scrolling band that has been there since the very first video. So, whoops, too late to go back and fix that one, I think. So, are these gold? Oh, they're gold. I see. Okay. Hi, Zuko. Welcome back. Okay. Nat is playing has got a good comment here. If LEGO wants to do City plus Space, an actual Space City in the vein of the one shown in Space Police 3 animations could be cool. Absolutely. 100% agree. Yeah. Space Police 3 is a good example of like a space theme, I think. Even though it isn't really a series I got into. It came out when I wasn't really collecting LEGO anymore. I think that's the kind of vibe I would like to see a little bit more represented in this sort of stuff. Periactyl is saying, any New Year's resolutions? Yeah, the big one for me, I think, is save more money, spend less money. That's kind of the big one. I'm saving up for several different ideas or projects or things that aren't necessarily LEGO related. So I want to be able to, spend money on those sorts of items rather than always having to check the bank account and questioning whether or not I can afford something. So yeah, I think doing a little bit more saving is gonna be helpful here. Yeah, they're hitting me with the ×2. I knew they were gonna do that too. the classic do it all again. These wings are cool. I like these wing shapes. That's a neat piece too. And that's gonna go on. Nice, okay, cool, cool. Do you think they're intentionally making near future space sets to make a timeline bridge between city space and classic space? No, I personally don't think that. I think they're trying to ride off of what they think is going to sell. Starfield was a big deal, that Bethesda game. Like, it was kind of hyped to be a big deal. I've heard mixed opinions on whether or not it turned out great. I don't really play video games anymore, so I can't really weigh in on that, but I feel like this, like what we're seeing here with this Lego space, was directly linked to Starfield, the game, and that sort of thing kind of being in vogue again. This NASA punk aesthetic, I think that's really what they were going for. They just kind of saw dollar signs and went that way. Unless they're gonna reveal some sort of master plan later on down the road, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Miravox is saying, say I put you in charge of designing a new original Lego theme. What do you make? What's your inspirations? Any designers you'd ask for help? Oh, interesting. Yeah. Really put me on the spot with to pick out the people, the whole team. You need to assemble a team. Yeah. I don't know who I'd pick. But I would definitely go with something science fiction based. And when I say that, I don't mean this. I don't mean this sort of, like I said, interstellar, you know, adjacent sort of stuff. I would want something a little bit more out there. Something Star Trek-ish. Explorians 2, that's what I'd like to see. And I know that these astronauts kind of give the vibe of Explorians. I agree with that sort of assessment, but they don't have the ship design, the visual ship design of Explorians. They've got the visual ship design of Interstellar, of NASA, of Starfield, that sort of stuff. I feel like I'm just repeating myself too much now, but that's really honestly what I feel when I see these ships. They just seem a little bit too normal. For what I'd like to see. So I think that's what I'd go with. I'd go with Explorians 2, and I would make them cool ships. Cool ships again. Cool abstract designs. Like if you look at the Explorian Starship or the Planetary Decoder, just weird, wacky designs. The Nebula Starbase thing, yeah, all those. Real cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, NASA punk is huge right now. For All Mankind, Starfield, reappreciation of Interstellar, Ad Astra, actual NASA doing stuff, and then Dune. Yeah, I guess Dune is kind of a little bit more out there, but even the new Dune movie feels pretty grounded and real in a lot of ways. I just watched it again the other day. Great film. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't have a lot of love for the original Dune movie, so yeah, this is a welcome change. Yeah, cool. Explorians mentioned, exactly. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the idea of Explorians. Oh, are we eating pieces now, Zuko? Yeah, let's maybe not eat that piece. I don't want you swallowing anything. I think he's liking the heat generated from the lamps here. Ooh, some wing pieces. Okay, all right, okay. Well, we're eating too many pieces now, buddy. Let's not do that, okay? No more eating of the pieces. There we go. There's some more plague pieces along the side there. That's pretty cool. I don't know what that is, Dawnbreaker Drake. Yeah, I don't... Ishimaru. I don't know what property that one's from. Sorry. What's a modern Lego part you want in teal? Oh, I've got it. I've got it right here. All right. So this is the Tunnel Scout from Rock Raiders that I have on hand at all times because, like, of course I do. This part right here, the thing that's attached to the propeller blade, that here, I'll take the propeller off real quick. The Technic plate, 2x2 plate with the pin. I need that in teal. I need that in dark turquoise. You need that piece in dark turquoise in order to build the Tunnel Scout closer to what we actually see in the game, and it doesn't exist. So we need to design, the Lego set designers, you got to get on that. You got to get that piece out there in teal so we can build our Tunnel Scouts a little bit closer to properly. Okay, cool. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, everybody. So let's get some more of these pieces. Are you gonna let me take these pieces here, buddy? Yeah, don't bite me. Don't bite the hand that feeds. There we go, some more wedge pieces. These are some strange ones, these new, like, I guess they're wedge plates. Yeah, they're wedge plates, but yeah, they're rather strange compared to some of the other things we've seen before. Yeah. Oh, it's from Dead Space. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you know what? I started trying to play Dead Space, and I got about an hour or two into it a few years ago. But all it made me want to do is just play System Shock 2. It really is just kind of a, I mean, like, spiritual successor, but I don't know. It blurs that line between spiritual successor and ripoff, I think. System Shock 2 is just incredible. It's just amazing. And I couldn't get into Dead Space because it flies too close to the sun. It's too similar to System Shock 2, and it just made me want to go play System Shock 2, so... Yeah. And I'm not even, like, that's not even a, like, oh, you're just nostalgic because you grew up with System Shock 2. I never played System Shock 2. I played System Shock 2 for the first time in... I want to say like 2016, maybe, right? Like, so yeah, long after it came out, long after Dead Space came out even. But yeah, System Shock 2, just great stuff. Okay, cool. What do you think of Resident Evil? I've never played that one. Never played that series, sorry. Hello from South Africa. Hey, well, hello, Clinton. Thanks for tuning in from South Africa. I've never been to South Africa. I knew a bunch of people from South Africa that came to study at the University of Calgary with me there. So, yeah, I knew some folks from university that were from South Africa. But that's about as far as I've gone that direction, I'd say. Let's see here. System Shock, but it's Lego. I don't know if that IP would actually fit all that well. Okay, it might be a bit controversial, but do you think Lego has started doing more space stuff since the collectability of Lego Space Astronauts figures? Oh, I didn't know Lego Space Astronauts figures were Oh, you're talking about the ones of Classic Space. Interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting thought to to posit towards us here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really into that I don't know, spending like more than $10 for a Classic Space minifigure is not something I would partake in personally. But yeah, you do you, folks. If you're into that sort of thing, you gotta have all the colors. Cool. Whatever works for you. I would rather have an Insectoids figure myself, or an Explorian, or an M-Tron, or, you know, any of those. Classic Space is alright, but it's way overrepresented in Lego. I'm definitely sick of the space logo, which is on these minifigures here. Yeah, I don't know. It's had its time, you know. Let's do something new. Let's do something different. AT17 saying, sorry for all the questions, no worries, no worries. But in the Plague video, you mentioned that you didn't like the piece typically used to make chairs swivel. I'm curious as to why. You're talking about the 2x2 turntable piece. Yeah, I still don't like it to this day, and they still use it all the time. The reason why I don't like it is because the connection point between them is between the top and the bottom, I should say, is really finicky and wobbly. And so anything you put on top just feels like it's really like cheaply, loosely attached. It doesn't feel like the sturdy connections you usually get from Lego. Like compare that connection to the 4x4 turntable, the ones that are usually in black. That's smooth, and even modern ones are ratcheted. Like it feels great to operate that. Those little 2x2 ones, they feel cheap. Like they feel like knockoff plastic at some knockoff brick brand or something like that. And they've just stuck with it all these years. So I just don't like the feel of them, and I try not to use them whenever I can. Ooh, more plague pieces. Speaking of plague, there we go. These are actually put to pretty good use in the back here, I'd say. Plague parts can be useful. Yeah, that actually looks really great. That's using that 2002 era design and using it well. Very nice. Oh, Brick Guy 42 was saying, I just bought a part from the canceled Temple of Doom set. Yeah, you're probably talking about the little voodoo doll one. I heard about that. That's cool. Honey Bear's coming to the defense of the 1984 Doom. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yep, I like the Toto score, you know. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I love this. I love this step coming up here. Oh, okay, I'm excited. This is like Sea-Claw 7, that Aquazone set with the these roof plate things pushing down on something. This is gonna be like a button, and when you push down here, it's gonna open up the back. This is exciting. That's really cool. It's gonna be like a button to open it up. That's fun. That is some old school building design language there. That's a treat. I bet you builders in 2023, like the kids that were born in the year 2000 or oh my goodness, they're not kids anymore. They're like 23 now. They're 24. Wow. Okay. Younger fans of Lego will probably look at this as something very novel and they'll be, wow, that's really neat. But it has roots in old Lego history, so that's cool. Have you ever watched Ninjago, asks Bill. And if not, have you ever considered watching it? I would say no and no. Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of kids cartoons. Some adults are able to get behind that. They like to sit down and watch a kids cartoon. They'll watch their Star Wars Rebels or their Star Trek Prodigy or something like that. I can't. It's not really my thing. And it probably stems from not really watching kids cartoons when I was a kid either. Like when everyone else was watching Pokemon or whatever, you know, I was the kid watching Star Trek the original series. So like that's kind of where I was at. Oh, that's clever. It's just held in place by the brick here. So it's not going to pop out the other end, and now it's a button and you can close it. That's so good. That's amazing. Well done. Well done, Lego. Wow. You can, yeah, old tricks. They still work. They still work. Very nice. Steps on Lego saying, I have to say, Rebels is not just for kids. Fair enough, whatever. Yeah, hopefully you get what I'm saying here, right? the family friendly shows, that sort of thing. Alfwin saying, you say you don't watch kids cartoons, and yet your cat is named after an Avatar: The Last Airbender character. Suspicious. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't watch that show until I was an adult, and even then, I've only seen it once through, I would say. My partner is a much bigger fan of the show than I am, so yeah, I think she had some sway in naming the cat. Chuck's hitting me with the deep cut Irish unification TNG reference. That's great. That's great. I was watching that episode just a couple weeks ago. I got a laugh out of that. Yeah. Any thoughts on how 2024 will turn out? I don't know. I always live my life thinking tomorrow's gonna be better than the day that we just had. You know, better than yesterday. Every day just gets better. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm always optimistic. Revok. Yo, what is up, Rock Raider gamers? Good to see you. Thanks for joining in here. Yeah. We're on the subject of Avatar. What were your thoughts on those Lego Avatar sets? If you're talking about the James Cameron, the movie sets, I never saw those movies, so I don't really care about them. And if you're talking about the Avatar Last Airbender sets, I think they look laughably bad. Especially the Fire Nation ship. I think that just looks horrid. like a Mega Bloks creation of some kind. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I guess my opinions are bad either way. I would like to see Avatar The Last Airbender sets. I think that would be a good license for Lego to have. But they don't really seem interested in that, or Nickelodeon's not interested in that. Yeah. And honestly, oops, no, we don't want to do that. We want to build this properly. Honestly, it might be a property that isn't smart to take on, because it seems like it's mainly adults that watch that show anymore anyways. The kids aren't watching it. So if we can't sell sets to kids and adults, we probably shouldn't, you know, sell sets that use that property. It's probably what they're thinking, or something along those lines. And I think that's completely understandable if that's the rationale. So yeah. Wait, sorry, I'm just gonna back up here real quick. Little trivia about Slugger. His news of the first stream drove me to make this account. Oh, well, there you go. That's cool. Cool. Nice. Wow, never seen Cameron's Avatar? Surprised to hear that from a sci-fi fan. Yeah, but like, I like my sci-fi to have like a little bit of brains to it as well too, like unobtainium, you know, like that's not I don't know. I'm usually into a little bit more meaty stuff, I think, than it doesn't just have to be science fiction. Pocahontas in space, that sort of thing. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Indiana Jones being canceled? Like the sets that canceled, like there was a canceled set or something. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really, you know, Indiana Jones wasn't really a license that I was really looking into anyways. I'll take Adventurers over Indiana Jones any day of the week, so. Yeah. Which way does the spaceship go here? It goes that way. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, a couple of good questions there. Fought April yesterday by letting neighborhood kids play with my Lego at New Year's Eve party. Oh. Oh, wow. Wow, Chris, yeah. Lord Azrin saying, along with Star Trek, do you like Doctor Who? I think I like it well enough. I never really got into it, though. I've seen only a handful of episodes. Yeah. Oh, no, you don't understand. Calling it unobtainium is supposed to be stupid. Oh, okay. Maybe. Cool. Juan's asking, I'm curious, what's your favorite album of all time? I'm curious of that, too. That's a really tough question to answer. There's so many good albums. I'd have an easier time naming like favorite album by a certain artist. So let me go through the list. For Rush, because I really enjoy the music of Rush, as being a Canadian, of course, you know. I would say Vapor Trails is probably my favorite Rush album. For a band like Yes, which I also really enjoy. That's a tough one. It's probably close to the edge, but Magnification and The Ladder are also really close. Those are great albums too. Electric Light Orchestra, I don't even know anymore. There's so many good albums by ELO. I'd have a hard time picking a favorite there. Yeah. Whoops, is that supposed to... Interesting. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm missing a few here. Iconic Square says, will you ever make a video on a plausible modern-day version of Rock Raiders? Oh, like using modern pieces. No, probably not. It's just because I don't normally build with modern pieces, so I don't have this brick catalog in my brain. I can't really make a mock that looks modern because I don't know how to use the modern pieces. And it feels like every year they're introducing like 100 new molds that change the game on so many fundamental levels that, yeah, I can't keep up. So yeah, I'm gonna say no. I'm not the builder for it, unfortunately. My building techniques are rooted in the 90s. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever really be able to catch up in time. You got it, Wyatt. Yep, you're right on. Right on. Okay, Tarkur's looking to get banned here. Mods, can you ban Tarkur? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see here. Let's flip these over to this side. Can you show us the undercarriage? Certainly can. The undercarriage of the spaceship, that is. Yeah, that looks good, right? All just black, gray, and white. So none of the other multicolors kind of showed through there. So you get a little bit of sand blue on the top, but not a lot on the other sides. Okay. Yeah, Stefan's asking, have you seen Bo Burnham's Inside? If you have, what's your thoughts on it? Yeah, you know what, I have. I watched it about a year ago. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. And yeah, I thought it was good. That was funny. I got quite a few laughs out of it. Since we're talking about music, which soundtrack of yours is your favorite? I personally really like the Orient Expedition soundtrack. That's funny. Oh, soundtrack of yours is your favorite. Oh, I getcha. You know what? I think it's the Time Cruisers one, for me personally. I know it's only 4 songs, but yeah, I think some of the more complicated stuff I had to compose. Some of the more complex stuff was for the Time Cruiser series, and I like that. It keeps me thinking about my music. Yeah, I think I did a good job with those ones. So yeah, I'm gonna pick those. The person who sold me this in the Lego store today was really, really happy to point out that these parts were prints, not stickers. And I was like, all right, cool. Okay, dude, that's great. Before we go too far from the sci-fi talk, I have to ask, what about the droid? Oh, I fell into that one. You got me. You got me. Nice. That's a good part usage. I like how that looks. Have you ever watched Strange New Worlds Subspace Rhapsody episode? Was it in season 1? I saw all of season 1, and I've slowly kind of chipped away at season 2, but they moved all the episodes off of Crave. They moved them to, I think it's on Paramount Plus now, and I don't have that one, so I haven't been keeping up with the show, unfortunately. I did watch enough of season 2 to learn that Khan Noonien Singh is now canonically from Toronto, which, like, as a Canadian, is the most hilarious thing. They really did it. They really did it. That's so funny. Oh, Dice S is saying, what's your opinion on the MGS3 remake without Kojima's involvement? This is the first I've heard of it. Wow. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's probably not going to go well. But at the same time, I'm not of the opinion that Hideo Kojima is some amazing savant of game making, because it seemed like the further he went along, he's basically the George Lucas of game making, isn't he? Right, where early on he had people telling him no, right, and then later on into his career there weren't people telling him no anymore, and everything just got worse. So I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, Nick. This is looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty slick. Let's see here. Are you watching Lower Decks? Yeah. I don't know how far we got into that. If we're on season 3 right now or not. I love that one. It's more hit than miss, I would say, as far as modern Trek goes. It seems to get it a little bit more, which is good. So enjoying that one. I've got a leftover piece here. I feel like I missed something. Maybe that is supposed to be leftover. It's a strange leftover, though. Oh, you put the battery on the... That's cool. Oh, so you put the battery and that unlocks the engine. It's like a cyber key from, like, what, Transformers... Cybertron? Transformers Armada? Right? Do that. Hey, yeah, it pops up. Hey, that's cool. Right, fold it down like that. So you pop that in and... This is great. This is a great set. It might not be the Lego space that I want to see, but it is going to be Lego space for somebody. You know, somebody out there is going to see this, and it's going to really inspire them. So that's cool. Oh, cool. All right, they show you how to use the gimmick, and they show you that the backpack is detachable, and when the backpack detaches, it kind of looks like it's a drone of some kind, so it flies around in space as a little drone unit. Cool. Cool. Okay. Oh, that was the episode where they're all singing. I get you. Sorry, I scrolled back in the chat. I know I'm like a good 4 minutes behind what people are talking about. Oh, Stefan asked a really great question. I love getting this one. Sorry, that wasn't sarcasm. That was honesty here. Stefan says, if you could bring back one retired Lego theme, which one would you choose? I would choose, I think Lego Legends is the one I would want to see. And what Lego Legends was, it was a theme in 2002 where they would literally reprint old sets. And that was cool. So I got my Black Falcon Fortress from that. I got my Fort Legorado from that. Breezeway Cafe, the Pizza to Go, so many cool old sets were re-released in 2002, just reprinted, and that was awesome. I would love to see them do something like that again, even if they have to use modern colors to do it. But sadly, I know a lot of the molds for some of those sets are long gone. But yeah, cool. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, do you have a way of finding your music somewhere? Oh, yeah. Like, it's all on Bandcamp, our Slugger on Bandcamp. You'll be able to find it there for sure. Cool. Sorry, I'm going to scroll back to the present here. I know I'm skipping a ton. Do you bother with Mega Bloks at all? No, it ends up in the trash for me, sorry. Do you prefer the old or new Trans Black? Yeah, I was just about to say, I actually kind of like the new one better. I don't hate the old color. I think the old one was fine. But it wasn't my favorite transparent color, that's for sure. And this is slick. This is really slick looking. It doesn't distort the color palette either. Like, it's just like gray. Rather than the other one, it kind of had like a reddish kind of hue to it, that brownish hue. So yeah, this looks better, I would say. Yeah. What's your thoughts on the 2024 aliens? Well, I don't know yet. I haven't actually opened them up yet, so I guess we'll find out. Can you attach the drone to the ship somehow? That's a great question. I mean, it's got 2 anti-studs on the bottom, so, like, I guess your answer's yes. If you just want to stick it there. There isn't a designated spot, as far as I can tell, no. Doesn't look like there's anything on the bottom that'll attach it. I'm sure with some mocking around you could do it. I'm not necessarily in love with the little drone personally. I think it's okay, but this is probably going to end up in a bin somewhere, whereas this is going to end up on a shelf, perhaps. Who knows? But yeah, that's cool. I'm not like, if I'm honest here, I don't think the orange is actually. I don't think the orange needed to be here. I think this would actually look better without the orange. That's just my takeaway. It would allow the sand blue to kind of shine through a little bit more. And the orange kind of clutters against the gold. If these parts were gold instead, this thing would be, oh, really great. So I might try to recolor it at some point in time. Take those parts out. I'm not sure what this piece is in the middle here. This is kind of a weird part. That might be tough to redo. But yeah, I'm not crazy about the orange. And like, honestly, the orange is part of the reason why this to me just feels like a kind of retread of Lego City Space they've been doing for 20 years now. It always seems to be white and orange every single time they do this. So, yeah, maybe they're trying to add some like lineage to it. That's why they chose orange. But to me, it detracts more than it helps. But those are just my 2 cents. Yeah, I'm gonna have a drink of water because I've been doing a ton of talking here. Train of thought saying, better without the orange, prepare for an RR hot take. Yeah, I guess I need to prep these better sometimes. And it's like, yeah, honestly, I think this would be a lot better without the orange. Yeah. Yeah, maybe the orange is there to try to match the space logo. Yeah, I don't like the space logo being there either. And that's one of my other criticisms. They use that space logo so much. It's such I don't know. It's stopping them from doing something new. That's kind of what I take issue with, is they keep going back to the same old space logo because they're gonna retread on this idea of it's classic space. Look, it's the classic space logo, nostalgia, that sort of thing. But it's stopping them from getting really creative. So I see it as a hindrance, not a benefit to the set, unfortunately. Yeah, you know, that would look a lot nicer with the Explorians logo up there, I betcha. So, yeah. Yeah. Kai's saying the new orange seems to be mostly exclusive to this theme, reminding me of the neon colors in the 90s. Yeah. I don't think it'll stay exclusive to this theme, but that is something that was pretty typical of a lot of themes in the early 2000s. Life on Mars being a good example. That sand purple, sand red sort of color scheme, yeah, exclusive to Life on Mars, more or less. That's a great question, Donovan. Donovan Santela is saying, speaking of hot takes, is there any way to listen to the RR Slugger hot take music on its own? Yes and no, I guess. See, the thing is, I didn't write that song. That piece of music is a unused track that was found on the Data Design Interactive drives, the DDI drives that were recovered a few years ago. And I just kind of, used it for the hot take music because it sounds kind of cheesy techno thing. To my knowledge, it was never used. I don't know who the composer was for it, but it was made by someone working at DDI, and I've just been kind of using it as the hot take music, or anytime I need some like really extreme, Technic music, or techno music, I should say, not Technic. Yeah, in terms of where you can find it, that's a great question. Going to the LEGO Research Realm, the Discord group there, is probably the best place to go to try to locate that. But beyond that, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I should just put it up on my Bandcamp or something. To make it a little bit more accessible. But I'd feel bad because I'm not the composer. I don't own the rights to it or anything like that. I just sample it. So, yeah. Cool. Pixophile saying, Pixophile. Didn't you know? According to A-Fool's, classic space didn't evolve past 1978. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. So, what's your favorite genre? I only listen to Technic. Yeah. Random Brick Films is asking about Halo. I never had an Xbox, sorry, so I don't have any opinion on that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Jade was saying, do you dislike the color itself, or do you just dislike the way it's used in the set? The latter. Yeah. I think the color itself is fine. It probably doesn't need to exist. It looks in a vacuum. It looks just like orange to me, like the regular Lego orange color. Well, let's see here, actually. We can make a comparison. We got some Lego orange sitting right over here. All right. So this is the original Lego orange, right, on your classic Tahoe Nuva. And here's the new dark orange. Oh gosh, that is like, I don't know. Or this isn't even dark orange. They're calling this reddish orange. Like, I guess it's kind of a mixture of the two colors, the red and the orange there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's useful. I don't know. But yeah, like the color's fine. It's whatever. We'll put Tahoe over here for now. But yeah, it kind of clashes against the other colors. I don't think it gels very well with the sand blue or the dark bluish gray. It's fine with the white, but again, they've done that so many times now. White and orange, white and orange, white and orange, every Lego Space set. So yeah. Yeah, I like the design. I like the play feature. That's great. That's brilliant. I'm not sure if I'm crazy about some of the other things that are holding it back, in my opinion. But yeah, this is still pretty cool. It's been neat. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, Iconic Square was saying any recreations of themes that you've been planning, whether that be OG new mix or both era pieces, new themes. Oh, not music themes, like Lego themes. Not really, to be honest. No. If we're talking music, though, there was an old M-Tron commercial that I was watching the other day that had some pretty rad music that I was half thinking like, oh, okay, whenever I talk about M-Tron, I'm gonna need to re-record this song somehow. So that'll be interesting. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I dislike how it's used in the sets. It should also not exist. I get what you're saying, Alin. All right, fair enough. Okay, cool. Yeah, a cat. Pezzy's like, cat. Yeah, this is Zuko the cat. Bionicle Punk says, I didn't know Slugger had a Bionicle set up and ready for grabbing. I wonder if this is a part 2 video of the Nuva teaser. Yeah, you never know. You never know what might be coming down the pipes. Yeah, the ship looks unnaturally pointy at the front. I agree. Yeah, it's very, very sharp. Very sharp point. Yeah. Lord Azrin saying, want to wish you all a good night. Enjoy the stream. Thanks, Lord Azrin. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely a very niche color. We'll see if it ends up being widespread or not. But anyways, with that being said, this set's cool. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one that we have here, oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump you there with the Tahoe sword. Yeah. Tahoe out of the way. Next one we have here is set 60431, Space Rover and Alien Life. So I'm gonna move some things. I'm gonna move a cat as well too, and then we should be ready to hop on into the next set. I get these instructions out of the way too. Okay, hey buddy. Iconic Square says dogs, yes or no? Whoops, you okay there, Zoo? Yeah, he's knocking over boxes and things. All right, you're getting a little disruptive here, buddy. For me, I'm not really interested in owning a dog, but I don't mind some dogs. They're all right. A little bit more high maintenance than I would like out of a pet that becomes dependent on you. So, yep. Oops. Okay, buddy, got it. All right. Okay, so let's get this guy going here. Okay. All right, you're gonna have to come down here as you go. Okay. Keeps bumping into all the lights. So on the back here, looks like we've got some rovers, some alien life coming out, suspension in the wheels. That's all cool. Lazy Transformer, the K-God, is saying, would you rather try a new spy theme or try and reboot/remake either Alpha Team or Agents? That's interesting. That's interesting. I think a reboot of Alpha Team would be cool. Yeah. I guess that's kind of what Agents was. Like, I guess a spiritual successor. But, yeah. Those would be neat. Turker is asking, do you think LEGO will move into more 90s nostalgia in a few years, or is it already happening? I've got an unfortunate an unfortunate feeling about that, and it's kind of twofold. I think the answer is no. It's not going to happen. Partially, I guess for two reasons. First reason, they're basically retiring most of the colors that are needed to make 90s nostalgia happen, especially when you talk about Lego Space. Okay, so here we go. Let's grab this real quick. So the Sonic Stinger, good example of some Lego 90s space stuff. Trans neon green, you know, gone the way of the dinosaur. We don't got that anymore. We can't use that color. A lot of these joints and things, you know, this thing's basically built on a light and sound gimmick. You know, they're not going to be doing that. There's a magnet system that goes on the back here. Like, yeah, this is just not something that is very feasible in today's Lego, you know, climate. And then on top of that, the second point is that this didn't sell well back then either. Like Lego was doing very poorly financially, and they seem very adverse to risk now. They're a very risk-adverse company. So why would they try to recapture some of the stuff that nearly bankrupted the company years ago, right? I think we're out of luck, to be honest. I'm not holding my breath at all for a true like 90s kind of throwback. So yeah, it's sad, but I think both of those reasons really are paramount. So yeah. Anyways, so when I talk about Lego Space, yeah, move this out of the way. This is kind of what I'm talking about. This is just like, this is not NASA punk, you know. This is not Mass Effect. This is not Starfield. This is not any of those things. This is out there. This is cool. This is hard sci-fi, and this is the sort of stuff I want to see from Lego Space. This is okay. This is all right. This is really safe. This is not taking any risks. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Chuck was asking, how's the complete 90s space collecting going? Are you near your goal? I'm getting there. I'm slowing down too, because I realized, and this is kind of sad to think about, I realized that as soon as I get there, that's kind of it, right? Like that's honestly like pretty much all the Lego sets I ever wanted. And yeah, I get that way too when I go to my Lego, or my local Lego, what do I call that? Local Lego used store? Used Lego store? My local used Lego store. That's the order of those adjectives. I'll walk through the store now, entirely through, and they've got, what, like 500 sets on display? Like something like crazy like that. So many different sets that you can buy. And today I walked through, and that Sonic Stinger was the only one I picked up. Because I basically have all the ones I want. They've got a lot of sets there, but I don't necessarily need them. I kind of had to talk myself into buying that one too, because I was already trying to reconstruct it on my own. I was parting it out, but that one's in just such good condition, I just had to buy it. So it'll help shortcut that. But yeah, if you're not buying, you're not collecting, and you know, then you're kind of not in the hobby anymore. So it's kind of a sad realization. So I'm dragging my heels a little bit on getting some of the last ones I need. I got the big ones out of the way, but yeah, I'll still be working on it. Yeah, you're right, Alin. I need to put the sting back on it. Ooh, okay. Pixel Filet was saying the music used in that M-Tron commercial, if you mean the Space News one, it uses music by Jeff Newman. The song names are Star Dive and Silver Screw, respectively. Someone bookmark that or something. That is really useful information. I'm gonna have to come back to that. Thank you. That is wow. That is extremely insightful. Can I just right click that? Take screenshot. Yeah, let's just grab that comment, download that real quick. Awesome, I got it. Thank you very much for that piece of information. So that was super useful. That'll save me a lot of time later. I guess I won't even need to recreate them then if they're known songs. Cool. All right, I'm gonna switch the building number over to the new one. Just make sure that goes through, and we're good. Oh, okay, yeah. You're probably right there, wrong, Bros. You consider insectoids hard sci-fi. I'm pretty sure hard sci-fi means it's very scientifically accurate and realistic. Whoops, yes, you are right. I think I've got that mixed up there. I guess what I'm trying to say is I want something that isn't like astronauts from Earth, you know, doing something. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a good thing you caught me on that though before I wrote it in the script and looked really dumb. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. Put that over there. Iconic Squares asking about Lego Dinosaur 2001. I do need to get to that one eventually. Yeah, that is a video for sure. Train just pasted the comment in the music channel in the server. Thank you, Train of Thought. Yep. Are you planning to cover Lego Ninja sometime in the future? Do you consider it as a castle sub-theme? I think Ninja is a space theme, personally. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever cover that one. It's just too expensive, and I don't have any of it, really. I think I've got one set. But yeah, I've got nothing against it. I think it's cool. Yep. Here's some cool big space wheels. I love these. Or I guess these are the medium-sized, perhaps. Oh no, these aren't the medium. These are the large size. Yeah, they're not the giant size, but they are the large size. I'm so glad they still make these. Yeah, just a really useful wheel type to have. So put those off to the side because they're just going to get in the way if I leave them out. Elbrix saying, thoughts on Lego replacing trans neon green and orange with a slightly darker orange and trans black? Yeah, not crazy about it, personally. Not crazy about it. So, yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, there's the terrain build gets its own instruction book, and the rover gets its own instruction book. If this was just me on my own, I probably wouldn't build this part. I'd probably just leave it in the bag and get to the rover. But since we're doing this with a bunch of people watching me, let's go ahead and do this one first. Yeah. Okay. These legs out of the way. Sorry, I know that's probably really loud. It's right next to the microphone. Try to clean that off a bit. When you finish making the Mako, can you put the space fighter on top of it? I don't know. Just want to see it as a dropship. Maybe. Yeah. I'll try to remember to do that, but maybe it'll work. I don't know. Are those wheels black or gunmetal? They're black. Yeah. So they'll work with any of your old crater cruisers that you might be building if you're into Unitron. Microwave is asking, did you know the voice actor for Bionicle and other 2010 themes is the same voice actor for Agent 47 in the Hitman series? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Did not know that. Cool. Getting work, you know? Yeah. Just glad to be working. That's a big piece. Cool. Cool. I really like this color, by the way. This is dark tan. That's a great color. I think this color came out in, I want to say 2006, maybe 2004. Like, it's actually a pretty old color. It just wasn't very popular back then. So, yeah. Nitron says, with Lego making more satin colors, do you think a trans satin orange could be the successor to trans neon orange? Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like this opalescent sort of color, like this cool crystal here. Yeah, that would be neat. I would totally dig that. Good point. That's a good idea, actually, Nitron. Now I'm thinking about that even more. That would really spark some life into these sets. Something like this. Replace all those orange parts, the orange elements, with that opalescent purple. And, oh, you got a winner. That would look great. Very nice. I think that's one of the big things that makes those 90s sets so visually appealing is all the transparent neon colors on them. Yeah, just really cool. All right, so we got an astronaut here. Looks like she's got some either wrinkles there, or maybe she's had a very stressful day working out in space. And this one's got kind of a green color. I don't know if that's the regular green or is it bright green or something. I don't know. Oh, Dice has got a really interesting question. Yeah. Do you have any favorite? I thought that said JPEGs for a second there, but it's JRPGs or were you brought up on more Western RPGs? I think I know what you're referring to. No, I don't. I don't think I've ever played a JRPG before. And in terms of RPGs, gosh, it's been so long since I thought about them. I'm a fan of things like Fallout, like Fallout 3. What are some other RPGs? I feel like I've played a bunch. Wow, my memory's not serving me well right now. Sorry. Oh, it's bright green. Okay, it is bright green. Interesting. Let's make this space camera thing. And add the lens on it. I like that it's white. That's a cool color for a space camera. Get one more space camera so I can, you know, take pictures of the monolith. That's cool. That's cool. Microwave's asking about the Sonic sets. I've never played Sonic, so I don't really have an opinion worth mentioning there. Now I wonder what our Slugger's favorite JPEG is. Yeah. That's like a question like a student would ask me, like a kid. Like, what's your third favorite dinosaur? You know, like that sort of question. Right? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one for a little bit. I don't have that one on tap. So here are the little space aliens. These are fine. These are cool. I like them. I'm glad they included them, because without these, I think this series comes off as very much Spaceport rather than Lego Space. So yeah. Pezzy's asking favorite raised base plate. That's a good question. I feel like I've answered that one before, and I don't remember what my answer was. So I'm gonna say that the type of base plate that I enjoy building on the most is the one that they use, like in Ogle's Control Center, 6776, that style, or Sphinx Secret Surprise, I think is the other one, or there's a Paradisa set that has that one as well too. Yeah, that mold is my favorite, I think, to build on. Yeah. AT17 saying, thoughts on the purple crystals? I think they look rad. This is awesome. They should make more crystals that look like this. Yeah. Whatever the Summer of Slug theme will be this year, do you plan on doing a stylistic choice for it early, just so people might know what to buy if they want to be part of it? Oh, I see. Yes. I get what you're saying now. Okay. Whenever people are saying the word theme, my brain keeps thinking some sort of music theme. But they're talking about Lego themes. I'm talking about Lego right now. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream like this, so my brain is elsewhere apparently today. Yes, in June I plan to do a like getting ready for Summer of Slug video, and hopefully that'll give enough details and heads up to everybody to remind them of like what's going to be happening over the summer, what might be different about Summer of Slug 2024, and so on like that. Also, in terms of your question, in terms of like if they want to participate in building the mocks, I think you won't have any trouble with this one. I think generally folks will be able to contribute or participate in this quite easily, if that makes sense. It's going to use a lot of sets or parts that you probably have lying around already, so you don't have to rush out and get a bunch of exclusive figures or something like that. So yeah, should be an easy one to participate in. RR Slugger asks, what's the best RR Slugger meme? I don't know. Alright, sorry. Tarkur asks, RR Slugger, what's the best RR Slugger meme? Yeah, I don't know. There are some funny bits in some of these videos. I crack myself up sometimes, which is part of the goal. If I'm not laughing while making an edit for a video, I'm doing something wrong, I think. So yeah, I usually gravitate towards any of the Star Trek jokes. Those are the ones I find funniest. So Cool. All right, another little rover with a little battery on the back. This is fine. It's okay. Doesn't really matter, but it's cool for what it is. Then we got some space things going on with this. Dawnbreaker Drake is asking, do you have a least favorite classic space theme? It really depends what people mean when they say classic space. I feel like that's kind of morphed over time. I think when I was first entering the hobby, classic space meant exclusively those blue and gray spaceships that were made in like the late 70s and then kind of early 80s. That was classic space. But I think people are now using the term to refer to all of space in the 20th century, which is not how I use the term personally. So because the way I'm interpreting your question, a classic space theme, to me that like classic space was a theme. There was no like sub themes of classic space. Classic space was its thing, and then later on you had whatever those guys were called, Futron, right? And then like Blacktron and Mtron, and those are separate. Classic space was a thing, and then you had those other ones. But in order to answer your question, because I feel like it's asking like what is your favorite or least favorite space theme that isn't Mars Mission, is this I think the intended question. That's kind of tough. Honestly, when it comes to the sets, it might be Explorians. And that sounds harsh because I really like Explorians. But Explorians is just like, you know, tit for tat, not built as well as other sets of its vintage, in my opinion. Having owned and built all of them, I'm just not quite as wowed by them as I could be. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Explorians just because there's so much potential behind the idea, and the execution kind of lets it down, in my opinion. Oh, Chris is saying, good point. I noticed that change too about the meaning of classic space. Yeah. I mean, like definitions change over time. That's how it is sometimes. Oh, wow. These are good questions. I really can't answer some of these with as much detail as I would like to. Do you bother with custom figures? Not really, no. Yeah, I wonder how long it'll take before classic, late 2000s and early 2010s will be considered classic then. Yeah, honestly, for some of those Gen Z content creators on YouTube, I'm sure they already consider that stuff classic, so there you go. What aspects do you consider most essential to a modern reimagining of an older set? Well, colors is a big thing. It has to accurately represent the colors, at least in a meaningful way. You can't have Mtron with like 6 different types of visible colors. It really has to be just black and red, you know, if you're gonna redo that series. So that's a big one. I think another thing too is that the build has to be like worthy enough to be considered better than the original in a lot of ways. So you can't have those kind of half measures. Like if we take the Blacktron Cruiser as an example, I think it's a good example of half measure design, in that it doesn't have the correct like rear hexagon wings. They weren't able to quite nail that down because the old parts didn't exist, and it's got this like clip system holding it together. So there was just like limitations in trying to recreate it. So that to me is those are elements that are not good about that particular one. Yeah, I noticed here that I forgot this solar panel thing, like that printed piece there. That's pretty cool for the backpack, so you can put the camera on the backpack, take some selfies, or not, I guess not really selfies, those are over the shoulder. It's like a GoPro, that's what it is. Motors was asking, do you have a favorite Lego Castle faction? Definitely the Black Falcons for me. Yeah. Yep. Oatmeek was asking, this is great and all, but how do these compare to life on Mars? Yeah, this is actually really similar to life on Mars, I would say, in terms of like the science fiction-ness of them. The life on Mars astronaut sets are all kind of cool. They're pretty neat, but they're not what I consider Lego space. They're like, they feel like they're NASA, like maybe 50 or 100 years from now. That's kind of how they feel. And that's kind of what this series feels like too. So I would say the feel is very similar to Life on Mars if there were no alien sets or no Martian sets in Life on Mars. If Life on Mars was just the astronaut sets, like just the Solar Explorer and the T3 trike, and like that was the series, that's what this is. I get it. I know there's aliens here. There's little aliens, but it's not the same thing. This is not Life on Mars. So that's how I would assess that. Okay. Sorry, here. I've been doing a lot of talking today. My goodness. Yeah, I wasn't prepared, but I had to get a quick drink of water there. I grew up with Power Miners and Lego Star Wars, the Clone Wars adverts. What would your equivalent be? Oh, interesting. Like what sort of commercials? Whew. That'd be testing my memory banks quite a bit. I'm sorry, I don't think I've got a good answer for you. Yeah, Nerdy, I think you're right on that. Yeah, for sure. Yep. McPiggy Pigs. Did you see that in the Lego store, or in the Lego Star Wars holiday diorama, Rey had a trans neon green lightsaber blade? Yeah, I saw that. I was a little... At first I thought, like, no, there's no way. That's got to be trans bright green. But then the Bricklink inventory says it's trans neon green. Yeah, I don't take that as a reflection of they've changed their mind and they're gonna pump out a bunch of trans neon green pieces. I see it as either it was leftover stock and they just included it in this small diorama set that was produced in low quantities, or it was just cheap enough that they still had maybe some leftover ABS plastic or whatever to inject. That might be the very last time we ever see that color. Who knows? Yeah, and Alfwin's saying, you know, the unspoken part, really. Yeah, and the Martians sets are the best bit of Life on Mars. Yes, exactly. So these human sets, like at least, you know, the one I've built so far, really cool, love it. But it's like a part of something that could have been like really great. And this is just, you know, not the part of it that I think is the cool part. The alien sets are supposed to be the cool parts, right? So, yeah. Oh well, we'll see. Maybe next year or maybe in the summer they'll give us a bunch of weird alien ships and things, and I will go buy some of those and try them out. But for now, this is what we got. We got some aliens that live in some little pods. I do like the idea of doing more terrain. This is something that Lego didn't do back then. Like in my collection of Lego's 90s Lego space stuff, I don't think I've got any terrain builds. They just never did this back then. So this is cool. It's cool to do it. And these are good colors for it as well, too. That's probably why they didn't do it back then. They didn't have many good colors to do that sort of stuff with. So, yeah. Anyways, let's tuck the Martians in there. Astronauts, okay. This is cool, I guess. Not crazy about the astronaut design. It's very, like it's just standard spacesuit kind of looking thing. You could put this in one of those Lego City Space sets of like 2019 or any of the series that called themselves Spaceport, and I wouldn't bat an eye, to be honest. This is very similar to that sort of stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. It's not breaking new ground. It's cool, but it's not wowing me. So yeah, let's get on to the rest of the rover here. Yeah, Sebastian's saying, what kind of aesthetic / theme would you really appreciate from future space sets? I just need something more creative, I think, is at the end of the day. I need something that isn't just Mass Effect, you know, or isn't just Interstellar, you know. I need something that's out there. Be ambitious, I don't know. The way that the Explorians sets are designed are very ambitious designs because they're weird and really fragile and kind of wonky looking. I don't think they were great builds at the end of the day, but like that sort of aesthetic done better is kind of what I'd like to see. Yeah. So with that, oh, bag 2, that's what I'm looking for. That's bag 4, we don't need that one. Bag 3, don't need that one. Bag 2. Depressed Pumpkin's asking, our Slugger, what's your favorite figure? Favorite minifigure? I think someone asked this one a little earlier today, and I think I'm gonna say Dr. Cyber from Time Cruisers. I just love him. I think he's awesome. Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice, nice. We've got our astronaut here. Another, basically the same torso print. It's fine. Not amazing. It's fine. And we got some space binoculars that came out in Rock Raiders and Lego Star Wars in 1999. It's so cool to see that this old piece is still kicking around. Yeah. I don't know if it was made specifically for Lego Star Wars or specifically for Rock Raiders. They both used it extensively, but it has since been kept alive by Lego Star Wars, so we owe a bit of a debt of gratitude at least there. Have you seen Farscape? I've seen a couple episodes, not much though. Not enough to have an opinion. So more like Flash Gordon and less like Lightyear. Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen either of those, but I get the metaphor. Yep, I get the metaphor. I always take inspiration from animals when I design sets. Dragonflies are a favorite of mine. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. Bag 2, Electric Boogaloo. That's good. That's good. Hey, Jack back. Yeah, me too. Good stream. See y'all. See you later. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Zuko. How do you feel about this being a city sub-theme rather than its own thing? Yeah. I think you can predict how I feel about that, Box Turret. It's just one more thing keeping this from being truly cool and creative. Just another thing to add to the list of grievances. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, this instruction book's got the same issue. These light gray pieces are printed quite dark. That is not a good color match. That is way closer to that color. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna make this tough. Okay, let's see here. Ever plan to touch Technic? Not really. I don't like building with Technic. My fingers really hurt after building with Technic. I guess I need to toughen up or something, but yeah, I don't like building with the axles and the pins and all that sort of stuff, so, yeah. Mystic Malevolence says, favorite retired color. Whew, that's a tough one. Because that's a different question than color you'd like retired color you'd like to see returned or like brought back. Because if that's the question, then I think it's competition purple, like the original purple color, is the one I'd like to see brought back. But favorite retired color is very different. I don't know. I don't think I can say one. I'll give a few. Like I really like sand purple, really like sand red. I don't think sand purple should come back. Maybe sand red, there might be a use case for it. Those two colors are way too similar to each other to really... whoa, that is a weird piece. Whoa, that is cool. Okay. Interesting. Not how I anticipated that looking. The other color I was thinking of recently was medium orange. I quite like that color, but I don't know if that's because I like the color or is it just that I like the sets that it came in. So, I don't know. Yeah. Have you ever played Stellaris? I have not. Sorry. Have you ever seen the trailers for the game Exodus? No. It's got some of the devs of Mass Effect working on it. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, I don't really play video games anymore. Sorry, everybody. I know a lot of folks are always playing video games, but not me. Oh, this piece is for helicopter fuselage. It's interesting. Interesting. Oh yeah, chrome. Yeah, chrome silver is being the best retired color. Yeah, that's a good choice. So here in Sweden, Blacktron 1 was called the Black-Dressed Dragon Men. Interesting, yeah, because their ships do look like dragonflies. So yeah. Yeah, Shy Guy's right. Yeah, you'd think they'd have the colors in the manuals down by now. Yeah, I can't believe I'm building a set like that has that kind of issue, but here we are, so. Yeah. Again with this one, you know what? It isn't jiving with me. This orange, like burnt orange color. Like the color, I think is okay. I don't know. I don't mind it. But when I look at the colors of this, I love what I'm seeing, and this just kind of upsets the balance there. I would trade these out for sand blue, I think, and then you have something that's a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. A little bit more cohesive looking. So. But I also do come from the world of LEGO Space where having 2 primary colors was totally normal. Like every Explorian set is just white and black. So sand blue and gray would have been like, oh my goodness, breaking new ground. So yeah, I definitely have a perspective on that. That's maybe not what a lot of modern builders might have. Okay. Seems all right. Oh, great Technic building. Ouch. Ah. Mario, whether that be Lego or the games. Neither for me, personally. I don't have anything against it. It's just not really something that I've ever really played. Sorry. And the Lego sets don't look interesting to me. So, yeah. Whoops. Dropping pieces. Last week, I was building some Belleville. Yeah! The colors and the instructions are more like vague similarities. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, if you go really old school and you get some Scala instructions, all the colors are photos, like all the steps are photos. I don't think it's that way in Belleville. I can't remember. Maybe it is in some Belleville sets. It's all photographed instructions. Yeah. Pretty wild. That's awesome that you're working on some Belleville stuff. It's been a long time since I built some Belleville. Donovan was saying, have you ever personally encountered a set with a mold you thought would have been long retired by that point? Yes, like a piece shows up that you associate with more older Lego. Absolutely, absolutely. In the very next Orient Expedition episode, I'm going to talk about that. I don't have it handy. Darn, yeah, I think I left it upstairs. It's like a forklift kind of piece that I would have, like, I swore it was an old 80s piece, and it was, like, that's when it was made. But apparently they still make it today, and you can go out right now and buy one in a set off the shelf right now. That blew my mind. I could not believe that part was still in production. So I can't really describe it all that well right now, but watch for it in the video when it comes out. Yeah. Kai was saying last week I was building... Oh, sorry, I already read that one. I need to scroll back. Depressed is asking, where are you based out of? Are you American? No, I'm Canadian, actually. All my life. I don't know what gunplay is. Sorry, Dice. Yeah. As a music person that musics, have you ever heard of Essinger? I have heard of Essinger. I don't know if I've ever really listened to it, though. Techno cyberpunk music isn't really my shtick. That's not really my jam. So I don't mean to berate the genre of music that I sometimes make for this channel, but I make the 90s like drums and bass sort of style music, not because I'm a huge fan of it, but because it's really easy. So it's really, really easy to make the kind of music that I make for Slugger's channel. It's just not a big workout or challenge. So I sometimes take a really easy genre like this to experiment with other aspects. So yeah. Oh, Boggle Rocket saying Techno Cyberpunk is exactly my kind of music. Nice. So then I think you might want to check out Essinger if you haven't already. Cool. Happy New Year, Christian. No worries, Jedi Knight Ryan. That's all good. Oh, Gunplay is the name for Gundam plastic model kits. If you're unfamiliar with Gundam, it's a popular Japanese mecha series. Yeah, I get it now. Yeah, no, that's not really my shtick either. Sorry, everyone. I've been to Japan a couple of times, but I can't really say I'm really into the anime or mecha things, or you know. Yeah, it's just not really, doesn't really do it for me. Yeah, Nerdian. I think yeah, I think you're barking up the right tree with all of those inspirations, especially the Alan Parsons stuff. Yeah, I really do think of that. Oh, Depressed Pumpkin says, I'm from Saskatchewan, Canada as well. I remember picking up a lot of the sets you reviewed at Zellers as a kid. Good memories, yeah. Zellers. That's right. Yeah, I've got some family out in Saskatchewan. It's been a long time since I've been out that way, though. Mm-hmm. And the Explorers took that color scheme from Futuron, and then Space Police 3 reused it again. You're right. Yep. Although, you know, black and white, I guess it always works. You can use it for a lot of different things. There we go. I'll stick these guys on there. Ah, I haven't watched the show yet, Chuck. I got his book for Christmas. I read his book over the Christmas season. Really recommend that one. That was a really fascinating read. I haven't seen his new TV show, though. Our bass player's human. Yeah, it's a great name for the show. I don't know what it's on, though, in Canada at least. I'll have to try to track it down. Maybe it's on Paramount Plus or Crave or Apple or Amazon or whatever. I can't keep track of those things. Yeah, modern TV is really tough to keep up with. Warhammer? No, sorry. Heroescape, yes. big Heroescape fan here, so. Yeah. Yeah, streaming hell. Yeah, you got it. Oh, cool. RoboFan saying, I remember the Zellers in my hometown had a sale in their stockroom, and there were piles of that Galador spaceship. The TDN module, the egg. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, they probably couldn't get rid of those things. Yeah, and you know, to be fair, that set is probably a mistake. You know, it's not Galador at its best. Yeah, it's hardly a Galador set. It's hardly a Lego set. So, yeah. Ah, lived in Cold Lake as a wee slug. I remember loving the Alpha team, getting the Viking ships for my birthday. Largest set I ever had. Cool, Sebastian. Yeah, I've been up to Cold Lake before. Yeah. I think that's up where the air base is. That's cool. Oh, Shy Guy's asking, any thoughts on the upcoming Lego Animal Crossing? Yeah. It looks alright. It looks alright. It's fine. I probably won't get any of it, but I think what I really wanted is I just wanted a villager house that you could open up and like rearrange the furniture and do all that sort of thing. But they didn't really do that, or they haven't done that yet. Maybe it's coming, maybe it's not coming. I don't know, but it's kind of what I want to see from it. But yeah. Basically the modern version of Fabuland. Yeah, kind of. Yep. Yep, I can see that. Where is very specialized piece still used? 3839, the 1x2 with bars on each side. 3839, the 1x2 with bars on each side. Let me look that up real quick there, Kai. Yeah, because it's not coming to me. 3839. Oops, update November 3rd. Dear Bricklink members, thank you for your patience. I feel like that's a really old update message. Why am I still getting that? Oh, yeah, I see the piece you're talking about. Yeah, that is a really old, kind of weird, specialized part. Yeah, that is still in production to this day. So that's pretty wild. Hey, Eugene. Yeah, we're hanging out. We're building some new Lego space stuff. So, yeah. Hey, the Atoll. So happy to see you streaming again. Yeah, me too. Hey, Zoso. Hey, okay, lots of new people just showed up all out of the blue here. My stream's being raided. Hi, everybody. Good to see ya. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's been a long time. We had to repair a lot of damage in the basement here, so everything was up in the air, and yeah. I just kind of felt like today, you know what, let's try it out. Let's see if I can get the streaming stuff working again. That was a little bit of an ordeal, just to even get the equipment to run again. But now that it seems like it's working, we're back. Yeah. Ooh, nice Zoso. Zoso winning a game of dominoes. against your grandparents too. Wow, wow, beating your elders. The student has become the master. It's great. Adam's asking, what do you think of this new orange in the space stuff? Yeah, I've kind of been mentioning that a little bit as we've been building here, but the orange itself is pretty cool. Like, it's an all right color. I don't think it needs to exist, but I imagine it'll be useful in the future. In terms of its use in these space sets, I'm not really, it's not really jiving with me, to be honest. I don't think I hate the color. I think the color itself is okay, but I don't really like the way it clashes against the grays and the sand blue. I think it looks good against the white, but we've seen that so many times from LEGO Space with white and orange, white and orange, white and orange, all the time, right? To me, it's just a really boring choice to use here. It's not exciting. I think these parts would look better if they were sand blue, or if they were gold, this gold color here, or, here's the crazy idea, if they were this opalescent purple. That would look really cool. So I think any of those options would look a lot better than the orange they went with. But that's just my opinion there. Maybe they're trying to create this idea of this being linked to those old spaceport sets or Mars Mission or whatever have you, any of those series that used orange and white in the past. But to me, it's tired at this point. We've been here, we've done this a million times before. So, you know, let's come up with some new ideas. How about? Yeah, AT17 saying, if you're looking for one of the space stations, I recommend the new Friends one. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. It's probably too big and too expensive of a set for me to really want, honestly. I'm not head over heels for this, you know, these new LEGO Space sets. I think this is all right. This is pretty cool. It's okay. But if I need to spend $100 on like a LEGO 90s space set or a LEGO space set that came out this year, I'm gonna choose the 90s space set. So it's all about allocation of money in some regards. So yeah. Let's see, how does the orange compare to the Earth Orange Dark Orange, aka Bionicle Hookie? Well, I don't know Bionicle Hookie. Oh wait, no, that's the Matoran, like from McDonald's, right? I think it was this color, the dark orange color. Yeah, so that'd be this color versus that. On the camera, this looks like red, basically, but this is just like saturated and a little bit brighter. This is really the color that should be called dark orange, in my opinion, because it's like the regular orange color, but it's darker. This is closer to some sort of brown, so yeah. I think they're calling this reddish orange now, which I guess works, I don't know. But yeah. This would have a very different application than this color would. Yeah, very different applications. Whereas this color and regular orange probably have about the same application. So I don't know if we're expanding usability here by introducing this color. Yeah. Nerdian saying, do you think the new Space CMF will translate to any more exciting space sets? I think very strongly, no. very much so. Much in the same way that no CMF series has ever really led to more exciting space sets, or more exciting sets in general. Like, what did we have last season? It was like the Moon Knight sort of thing with that cool shield, the purple shield and the things, and there's no sets that use that now. They're just one-off ideas, right? So I don't really get excited for CMF figures either, because they are just one-off ideas that don't relate to sets most of the time. There are occasionally sometimes when they do, but yeah, it's not really for me. Yeah, technically brown is dark orange. Yes, you're right. Hi, I'm Piez says, do you have an arrow tube hanger? Yes, I've got a few actually. They're not built. they're currently disassembled, but they're a lot of fun. That's a fun set to play with. Yeah. Bionicle Punk saying, will you modify these sets to replace the orange? I didn't set out with the idea of doing that initially, but yeah, maybe. Now that I'm seeing it in person and building it and seeing how little orange there actually is in these sets, that might be feasible. We'll see. I'll have to research that a little bit to see if I can. Christian was asking, who's the best life on Mars Martian? Why is it Rigel? or Regal, or however the LEGO magazine wants you to pronounce that. Yeah, that's a good question. I think Cassiopeia is pretty cool. Centauri is also really cool too. There's a lot of cool Martians. Yeah. What is your favorite recent LEGO theme? Mine is the plants. Oh, cool, awesome. Sorry, I can't read the oh gosh, the characters for your name there. Sorry. And my favorite recent LEGO theme, I don't know. If Creator 3-in-1 counts, I'd count that, but maybe, gosh, I don't know. LEGO Dreams had a couple of cool sets recently. These are neat, these LEGO Space City sets. These are okay, yeah. Yeah, any one of those I think are good, yeah. Opinion on making LEGO customized molds, such as Animal Crossing. Do you think LEGO Ideas will have an easier time becoming real sets with such? Yeah, okay, that's actually a pretty big topic, Iconic Square. It's kind of a two-part question. I do have a lot of opinions on LEGO releasing like what feels like 100 new molds every year, and that might end up being a video at some point, just talking about that. I don't know. I've got so many video topic ideas and just not enough time to do them that a lot of them fall by the wayside. So it is something I've been thinking about, but at the same time, yeah, the LEGO Ideas side of things, I don't really care that much about. That's not something I follow. LEGO Ideas is such a graveyard. Just a, yeah, they seem to almost revel in exterminating so many sets. Every time they go through, they show off, here's the one that survived, and here's the 50 that we slaughtered. It's rough. It's depressing to watch. So yeah, I don't really follow it anymore. Oh, another celebrity sighting there. Train of Thought saying Paper Dawn's here. Ah, welcome Paper Dawn. Yeah, we're getting lots of celebrities hanging out. Sebastian was asking, are there any gimmicks you'd like to see return? Magnets, if I can count magnets. Those old school LEGO magnets, they make those LEGO space sets so fun, so cool. Yeah, bring back magnets. Let me see. Okay, this is going to add some stability to the whole thing. I'm going to add those onto the side there and there. Cool. AT17, on the topic of CMFs, thoughts on the new Basil the Batlord? Yes, I thought it was a nice remake of the character too. Yep. Agreed. Oh, Sneed. Hi, Sneed. Are there any never ever sets you thought you would never get but lucked into getting? Ooh. Oh, you got the Skull's Eye Schooner last year for a great price on eBay? Nice. That'd be one I'd love to get for a great price on eBay. Yeah, actually, well, okay. Maybe not sets specifically for me, but definitely a lot of series. Like all that Throwbot stuff that you saw recently on the channel, that was just because I lucked into a great collection of Throwbots. The Zalax Racers were the same deal. Those are series I never thought I'd be talking about. Not ones that were like white whales or anything like that, just things that I was, you know, like I knew they existed, but I never sought them out. But then you stumble across such a great deal on them, you just, yeah, I guess I'll just buy them all. So, Yeah, those are some examples of that. Maybe not quite the white whale thing to it, but yeah. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, using some flat curved tiles. I've been designing mocks. Oops, sorry. I need to scroll back. Digital Unity was saying, I've been designing mocks based on the pods from episode 1 Racer in nanoscale. Cool. What's your favorite scale to build in? Whatever this scale is called, like your minifigure scale, or sometimes I hear it referred to as play scale. Yeah, that's my favorite. Just your classic Lego set size, like about the size of the Granite Grinder or the Hypno Cruiser. I keep leaning to those sets, but the medium mid-size is kind of what I like. Yeah. Bionicle Monk's asking your thoughts on Lego Fortnite. Well, I've never played Fortnite, so yeah, I don't really have any thoughts. Sorry. Yep, a graveyard. That's exactly why I never put the blue comet up there. After a bunch of folks asked me to, I shared the instructions instead for those who truly want it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, our Slugger, my name means anonymous in Japanese. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I was going to say hiragana when I was looking at the characters there, but I wasn't confident enough to say that. And I don't know if they are. Maybe they're kanji. I used to be able to read katakana pretty good, but the characters looked more complex than katakana. So, yeah. Anyways, it's been a long time since I've looked into any of that, over a decade. So, been a little while. Yeah, Elbrick's saying, Ideas is just a platform for mock builders to get their hopes up and then get them crushed. Yeah. Oh, Muffin. Hey, Muffin. Muffin was saying, what's your favorite original Lego themes from 2008? Oof. I don't even know if I can name you a Lego theme from 2008. I'm sorry. That's like smack dab in the middle of Slugger's dark age of just not knowing Lego. Is like Agents 2008? I don't think I own a Lego set from 2008. Sorry. Are the Toa and Naika from 2008? No, I think that's 2006. Sorry. Yeah, I'm the wrong Slug for the question. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to scroll back down here. Muffin was also asking, what's your favorite original Lego theme? Rock Raiders. I'd say Rock Raiders, yeah. Hi, I'm Piez, sorry, says, when you refer to minifigure scale, how do you feel about something like the UCS Razor Crest? Yeah, like, I feel like I was blurring the question there a little bit because it was talking about the scale of things. And yes, I think you're right. That is still within the definition of a minifigure scale. I guess I was kind of interpreting the question to be like the size of the set, the size of the construction. And for me, about this much distance between my two hands, that's about as big as I want a Lego set to really be. It can be smaller. I'm not really compelled by sets that are about this big. But sets that are about this big, that's a good size for me. That's a great find there, Pixel Filet. That's great. Oh, no worries, Muffin. No, that's okay. Don't worry about putting me on the spot with that. I'm the one out here taking questions, you know, so it's all good. It's all good. Yep. And oftentimes I end up walking away from these live streams having a lot to think about too, because folks come at this hobby from so many different angles. It's good to get out of the echo chamber of my own brain sometimes, right? So, yeah, I might have to go look up some 2008 sets on Bricklink now. Hey, Shane. Shane's here now. Good to see you. All right, might seem a bit of a deep dive, but ever plan on starting making custom Lego mold pieces for your Rock Raider sets? No, that's a little bit beyond what I want to do with the hobby. Yeah. Why do you think polybags are so inconsistent in accuracy within their themes? Why do you think polybags are so inconsistent in accuracy within their themes? I don't think I quite understand the question, Digital Unity. I'm sorry. I don't think I quite get it. Every time Slugger goes for water, it reminds me to drink more water. Yeah, yeah. I feel like I need someone to remind me to drink more water so my throat doesn't get so raw. Nice. Oh, Matthew's saying, I visited my family for Christmas and dug through my old closet, found a couple of old retro Lego sets I used to have, like the Orient Express hot air balloon and the Life on Mars spaceship. Cool! Nice. Those are cool sets. Those are great sets. Let's see here. Have you ever considered using the custom Slugger figure in your videos along with the brick-built one? I've seen you had it appear in some thumbnails recently. Yeah, it sometimes pops up in the videos. It doesn't have to be an all-the-time thing, but it's nice. It's nice having some of those Slugger representations. Sometimes they fit the statement that is currently being said in the video or something, right? Yep, sometimes fits. Let's see here. Oh, lots of good questions here. Just finished a Loader Dozer alt build that's called the Cavern Careener. Thanks, Manic Miner's Discord server for the name. Nice, cool, great. That's awesome. We're coming up with more alt builds for sets that were made in 1999. That's amazing. Yeah. Tysera Terror was saying, have you noticed any changes within brick quality between your old sets with these brand new ones? I had quite a bit of trouble with mold marks and nothing seems to click like it used to. I agree 100% with both of those points. I'm always nowadays rotating a piece around in my hand quite a few times to try to hide the mold mark, find where the mold mark is and hide it whenever I build these sets. And normally, like, that doesn't actually bother me personally. It's not something I'm obsessing over. It's just that when it comes to photographing Lego up close and when you have the lens zoomed in and everything, I usually don't catch these little errors until the picture's blown up big on my computer screen, and then I see that, oh, there's this hideous mold mark on the side there. That doesn't look good. So I try to do the extra step now and like flip around some of these tiles and things, like try to find where the mold is and point it inward so it's not visible on the outside. So yeah, I agree. Let's attach those. Ooh, those are on nice and firm. That's good. Good. Adrian was asking thoughts on the new gift with purchase Magisto's Workshop. Yeah, that one I think is a bit of a dud compared to some of the other remakes we've had recently. I didn't get it, so I can't say with first-hand experience or anything. I've got the old one though, and or the original model, I should say. And yeah, I think it's cool. It's interesting enough, but yeah, not really a big hit. I think didn't really improve upon the old one. It just kind of tried to reimagine some of the things with modern pieces. There was no like stark improvement in my opinion. Yeah, some of these remakes have been getting a little bit worse and worse, I would say, since the Forest Hideout kind of set the bar pretty high, and they haven't quite cleared it since, unfortunately, at least in my opinion. Let's see here. Wow, okay, sorry. I'm gonna try to hit all these questions as much as I can. What do you think of custom decals in a modern alternative to old molds? Do you see the Granite Grinder cage decal I designed? I don't know if I saw that one, Sebastian. If you send it over to my email address, I'll be sure to take a look at it, though. Oh, the Atoll was asking, not to change the subject, but I've now tried all 3 builds from the Cozy House over the holidays. Which was your favorite of the 3? My favorite of the 3 was the tall one. The really tall one with the art gallery on, like, the 2nd floor. And I think the little cafe and, like, the whatever on the bottom. I really liked that one a lot. But honestly, I enjoyed building all 3 of them. However, the set has a little bit more pieces than I would like a 3-in-1 to have. It's a big set, and it does take a long time to take it apart and build the next model, so it's a little bit more hefty than I would like it to be. But other than that, yeah, no real complaints. I think all models all 3 models are really strong in that set. Yeah. Let's see here. Do you have a full Western collection? I don't, Shane. No, I don't, and I probably never will. It's just an expensive theme to get into. I don't have the any of the Native American sets, and I don't have the Gold City Junction, I think is what it's called. I think that's the one I'm missing. But it's just, I don't know, it's too expensive to get into now. So I don't think I'll get them all. Oh well. To elaborate, a couple years ago there was an Anakin pod racing polybag that was incredibly accurate to the shaping and design of the vehicle. The most recent version is worse though. Oh, interesting. I guess I was missing the context on that. I don't think I know, sorry, I know you elaborated on your question. I just don't think I have an opinion on that because this is the first I've ever heard of it. So it might be something I'll have to look into a little bit more. But yeah, I don't think I can weigh in. Sorry. Sneed's got a great question. I appreciate you giving much maligned themes a fair shake, like Galador, but are there any themes you think are just outright bad? My vote goes to Snap. I had Snap growing up. I still have some Snap today. Yeah, it's not really the Lego experience, that's for sure. I feel bad still saying this, but honestly, like, Mars Mission was the one that I would point to as being like, I just kind of felt that one was an obviously bad theme. And I know that angers a lot of people, and I've since bought a few more Mars Mission sets, and I don't think my opinion's really changed. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's good. Maybe I need to buy the big, like, $200 drop ship sets or things like that to really get into it, but like all the ones I've had have all been like, yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's just not working for me, so sorry everybody. Yeah. Yeah. I know I'm pissing off a lot of Zoomers with that comment, so sorry guys. Yeah. I think if life on Mars didn't exist, I probably wouldn't feel that way. But because life on Mars existed, and because it existed first, I can't help but look at Mars Mission as just being an inferior version of that. So, yeah. Oh, Kai Laman saying bad theme, Jack Stone. Yeah, maybe. I kind of like Jack Stone, to be honest, for what it is. I think it's fine, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, Shane's asking, do you think the Buffalo prototypes for Western will ever sell? Like on the aftermarket, you mean? Anything's possible. Anything's possible, yeah. Lego Scala, bad theme? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, Alien Conquest. That was one I missed out on. But looking at it, I kind of like how campy they went with it. I kind of like the idea of, oh, it's just like UFOs from the 1950s landing. That's fun. I haven't took a serious look at it though. Yeah, I don't know. I just think Mars Mission is just the obvious bad one, but that's just me. Yeah. Oh, it's 3 a.m. Oh, 3 at night. Yeah, 3 a.m. Wow. sorry to keep you up there. Oh, Triceratops asking what's your favorite flagship adventurer set? Easily Dragon Fortress. Yeah, it's not even a competition to me. The Dragon Fortress it's such a landmark Lego set. Just love it. I see what you're saying there, Sebastian. Yeah. Yep. Any idea on what your next Rock Raiders will be? Yes, I do. In fact, there is a script that is done. It's been recorded. I was doing photography for it yesterday. Yeah, there's going to be a new Rock Raiders video soon. I won't say necessarily this Friday, but soon. Yeah, new Rock Raiders. It's exciting. It's good to be back in the world of Rock Raiders. Digital Uni's saying, I missed the opening. What are we building? It's actually up here in the top corner now, building 60431. We are building some of the new LEGO space sets that just came out today, I guess. Yeah. So this is the one that we're building right now. Whoops, I'll flip it around. This cool rover set. Yeah. Hey, Bambulance. Bambulance says, hey, Slugger. Hey, Bambulance. Do you have any Armada sets? I don't think I do. No, sorry. Yeah. I get what you're saying there, Pixelfile. Yeah. What's your favorite Lego Dragon? Probably the original classic one. I'm not really picky about that. Draconis is saying, any big Lego regrets? The big regrets. Yeah. Well, I really regret making a YouTube channel. No, I'm just kidding. Big Lego regrets. Probably things I missed out on would be any of those. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I got one here. It's nothing major or anything, but a couple years ago, my local used Lego store, I think I got it right that time, had a bunch of the original 1999 Star Wars sets in box. So they were used, but they had their boxes there, and they were cheap too, like really cheap. And I didn't go for them because I was like, when am I ever going to talk about Lego Star Wars? I don't need these sets. And then I kind of got thinking about it more. I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I should just pick them up because you never know. And by the time I got back, they were gone, long gone. Like, and it was so cheap. I don't even want to talk about how little money those sets were being sold for. It was like I don't know, $20 snow speeders, like in Canadian dollars, $60 X-wings, like just, I don't know. It's so much lower than they go for these days with their boxes, with all the minifigures, everything. Yeah. So yeah, that one's kind of come back to bite me quite a few times because I could have had a lot of Lego Star Wars things for cheap, and it's tough to get it now. Nerdian saying, can you show the Tunnel Scout from earlier again, or is that two spoilers? Actually, you know what? It's not two spoilers. I can show it for sure, but it's not what's coming up next. And the reason why is because it's down here. I actually do all my photography upstairs now. Ever since the Summer of Slug kind of forced me up there, I just kind of left it up there. So anything that's currently up for being photographed is upstairs, not down here. So yeah, the Tunnel Scout isn't on the docket next. It should be. I really do need to talk about this build, but yeah, hopefully one day, hopefully soon. Okay, sorry, I know I'm missing a bunch of questions here again. What will? Oh, my message might not have been clear. What will be the next Rock Raiders equivalent for your channel, as in the next main topic / theme? That's a good question, and one I don't even know if I can answer, to be honest. Yeah, well, Robo Force has to happen in 2024. I made a joke about it all the way back in the Granite Grinder video, and I never forgot about that joke. So, you know, anything for comedy. So I need to actually deliver on that. So that's the whole reason we're doing it, is because I made a bit about it way back in one of my first videos. So Robo Force is definitely happening in 2024. So that might be the next thing. I don't know, but hopefully that's a good answer. Interesting. Okay, that's just attaching on there then, eh? Okay, okay. Oh, Sebastian, that's so brutal. I'm sorry to hear that. Have you ever bought any bootleg sets or figures? No. Can't say I have. Yeah, oh, I see what you're saying, Draconis. Yep. It happens, you know. So you just got to focus on the good deals that you've had, you know. That's don't let the man get you down, you know. Yeah, Lego Racers, pullback racers. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there. Yep. Lego Lightbulb is asking, what are you building? I'm building one of the new Lego space sets. I've got it up here in the top corner there, 60431. It is, it just came out today. It's this Space Rover set. So I'm working on that right now. Yeah. Yes, neat, I would agree. Yeah, the Lego system logo is a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. Digital unis. Yeah, okay. How about, you know what? Because I feel like I'm gonna, like, after every live stream, I always get a lot of emails. How about you pare it down to your favorite 5? Send me your favorite 5 if you can, rather than 23. 23 is a lot for me to take in, and I have inbox size limitations, unfortunately. So, yeah, I am limited somewhat there. But 5, yeah, I'd love to see 5 of them. I think I'll be able to get the gist of it with 5. Sorry, and I'm backpedaling here because I was not paying attention to the build as closely as I should. Oh, okay, I missed a step way back here. This is easy to fix, though. I just gotta pop these guys off. Here we go. That's a cool piece to get in sand blue, the ingot piece. Stick those in there. Nice, nice. The Roboraptor is a great set. Yep. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because it was apparently North American exclusive. I don't think I have any hard, like, evidence on that. I see a lot of people say that all the time, of it being, RoboForce being a North American exclusive. I think it's true. It's just, I wish I had an official source I could point to that says, like, there, there, you see, it is. It is true. Like, I've got this minifigure book that mentions that, but they get a lot of other things wrong in the book, so I can't trust it, you know? Like, I wish I had something that I could trust. And brick set doesn't count. Brick set is always wrong, like 100% of the time when it talks about the release. At least that's been my experience with brick sets, because every time I rely on it, someone in the comments corrects me. They're like, no, actually it was available in my country, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I just can't trust it. Okay, working on a Lego tabletop RPG with Lego themes as a stand-in for racers. What themes would you consider to be most quintessential? Oh, interesting. Oh, Lego themes standing in for races. I guess I come from the kind of old school mentality of town, space, castle, pirates. You need to have those 4 represented somehow. That's what I would say. Oh, Adrian's asking, do you have any vinyl records? Yes, I do. Oh, yeah. I've actually been downsizing my collection of vinyl for the last few years. But yeah, we were actually listening to some records last night while playing the Orient Expedition board game for New Year's Eve. We were playing the Everest expansion there, getting hopefully ready for those videos. And yeah, we were listening to a bunch of different records. Some Street Heart, some Rush, Alan Parsons Project, and Led Zeppelin, actually. Yeah, Houses of the Holy. So yeah, lots of good records. Okay, mold mark is facing that way. Let's do it that way. Yeah, the catalogs here never showed it. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point there. Tricera was asking, what are your thoughts on LEGO's current budgeting with their modern sets? It feels like they strive so hard to be super detailed and now making a ton of specialized parts, but you notice when they cheap out. Yeah. I'm a bad person to ask for modern LEGO opinions because I just don't get enough of these sets these days. Like I was saying earlier, I think I bought less than 5 new LEGO sets in 2023. So yeah, I don't know if my opinion's valuable. I appreciate people even bothering to ask me those sorts of questions, but I feel like an imposter sometimes. I'm not a LAN member, like a LEGO Ambassador Network member. I don't get these sets for free or anything like that. I wouldn't want most of these sets for free because most of these sets I'm just not into, you know? So, yeah, if LEGO Ambassador Network starts sending me like Ninjago or something, or I don't know, LEGO Harry Potter stuff, like I wouldn't want it, so it's probably wouldn't build it. Yeah. There we go. Little battery pack on the side of this here. I like this antennae here. And actually, Train of Thought Creations, if they're still hanging out here, they made a really good review of this set recently that I watched, and I really enjoyed it. One of the things they pointed out in the video to me that I wasn't already aware of was this idea of the antennae on the top here being able to be bumped down, like it's just held on a clip that hinges like that. That's a great design feature there. Yeah, really reminiscent of some of the old stuff that we would see from some of the older LEGO Space themes. Oh, Topmost Flavor saying, do you like Turn of a Friendly Card? Yes, I do. That is a great album. Yep. You bought more sets than me. Yeah, that's fair. Opinion on new face prints? They all seem so overly cartoony. Yeah, they're very samey. The modern kind of take on face prints. And they lack the variety that you used to get from early 2000s face prints. However, the artistic style is all the same intentionally, meaning that they're interchangeable in a way that, you know, face prints of old weren't. Like you had sets that had such wildly different designs behind their face prints. Like when you go back and you look at some of those old Star Wars sets, like from 1999 and 2000, some of the face prints like just don't feel like they belong with the other characters that are in the same set together, because they're like reusing older face prints and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a wild time for minifigure design back then. So they've made it better in some regards, and they've made it worse in other regards. More variety, or sorry, less variety, but more ability to create variety in a weird way, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Whoops. Yeah, let's move this over here. Kyle is saying, I have a 1997 catalog with RoboForce. Oh, interesting. Is that an American catalog or from elsewhere? That's great, Muffin. Nice, nice. We're twinning. Yeah, box turret. Yeah, you're totally right on that. Yep. Have you noticed that LEGO deals on vintage items are a lot harder to find now? Before COVID, it seemed a lot easier to find deals. Yeah, that goes with every hobby. It's not LEGO exclusive, but yeah, hobbies have just become, especially these like adult hobbies, like adults playing with toys. It's just become harder and harder now. So yeah, it's just how it goes. Yeah, this part would be tough to recolor. I'm not familiar with this piece. So if I were to recolor the orange here, oh, and these would be tough too. I'd need 6 of these in some other color. Interesting. Maybe a future project, but we'll see. Oh, North American catalog. Yeah, okay, that makes sense then. Sneed says, do you like Steely Dan? Yeah, I love Can't Buy a Thrill. That album gets played all the time at my house when company's over, to the point where I'm actively trying to find other albums that are also kind of easy listening like that. At the same time, Can't Buy a Thrill is probably all the Steely Dan I'll ever need in my life. Like it's great. It's a perfect, you know, collection of songs there. Love them all, but I'm not compelled to go out and find more Steely Dan. I think that's enough for me. I get the idea, you know. So, yeah. Oh no, Box Turret! I'm so sorry to hear that. That is really rough. Yeah. Yeah, Bionicle Punk saying, you say you don't like building Technic, but then LEGO tricks you into building a Technic contraption with that space buggy. Yeah, I know. I don't want to complain too loudly, but yeah, I understand why they do it. It adds stability. It adds more functions, blah, blah, blah. That sort of stuff. Great, whatever. But yeah, it's definitely not my favorite system of building. Do you like Van Halen? Yeah, moderately. I think I had the first Van Halen record on vinyl for a bit there. I must have donated that one at some point, though. I don't think I still have it. It was good. Yeah, I like all the harmonies in their music. But again, they're kind of one of those artists, like, maybe we need to come up with a name for this, like one album artists, where you just have one album by the artist and you don't feel like you ever need to get another album by them. that's Van Halen for me. Van Halen 1, or whatever their first album was called. Yeah, that's good enough for me. I don't need another one. Can't Buy a Thrill by Steely Dan. Good enough for me. Don't need another one. Yep. Yeah. Oh, it's a roller coaster piece. Oh, I get it. I get it. That piece up there. Yeah. Interesting. Favorite band and genre? Wow, lots of questions on that. Favorite band ever? That's kind of tough. It might be Rush. It might be Yes. But prog rock is my favorite genre of music. Yeah. Yeah, progressive rock. Okay, let's pop this guy on there. Okay, so this is only in gray. I gotcha. Cool. Dorkcube 7000. Hi. Slugger, I just finished building the new 3-in-1 retro camera set. It was very neato. Very awesome. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's the one with the camera strap as well too, I think, right? That one looks cool. Yeah. There was a lot of cool 3-in-1s there at the Lego store when I was there. Cool. Muffin saying, are you planning on doing another set after this or ending the stream? I'll probably end after this set here. Yeah. I've just been doing a lot of talking. I had a throat thing over the Christmas break there. My throat was some sort of virus or something going on there. So it's still kind of recovering, and I don't want to overdo it today if I can help it. And also, I'm kind of sweaty. These lights are kind of bright, and it's rather warm. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind washing my hands and whatnot. So, yeah. Nerdian says, any Yes albums you recommend apart from the one with Roundabout? Oh yeah, lots of Yes albums. Recommend, well, Close to the Edge is pretty amazing. But I think for modern listeners, something like Magnification from 2001 would be a good listen. Whoops. Would be a good one to listen to. It just has, it's like Yes with orchestra, basically. And it's good. There's lots of really good compositions on it. So, yeah. Slugger, I have a massive official Desert Adventurers light and sound display used to show off most sets from the theme in a big toy store. Would you like to make a video of it? I'm from Croatia, though. Yeah. I mean, that sounds amazing. That would be awesome. But getting it from Croatia to Canada is not going to be fun. So I think I'll have to pass on it. I think I know the one you're talking about, though. And it's got like the buttons that make the lights, like they light up and there's sounds and things like that. I saw someone make a video showing it off at one point in time, and it looked amazing. Like, it looked so cool. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so cherish it, take good care of it and whatnot. And it doesn't have to be me that makes a video about it, you know. Yeah, there might be a Croatian YouTuber right here that will want to do it. Troy asks, what's your favorite Rush album? Vapor Trails, believe it or not. The original mix, not the remix. Yeah, I know. That's the one that, like, most people don't like, but I really love Vapor Trails. I don't sit down and listen to it with headphones on because, yes, it was right at the peak of the loudness wars, and the mix is not great. But going through a car stereo while I'm driving, yeah, nothing better than some vapes. Vapor Trails, love it. Tulala is saying, do you collect anything besides Lego? Yeah, honestly, lots of little things. Guitars being one, like musical instruments. Got a pretty sizable collection of a vintage manufacturer known as Ovation. They still make acoustic guitars, but they used to make really awesome electric guitars, and that's kind of the thing I've been getting into, well, ever since I was a teenager. And then there's a old board game by Hasbro called Heroescape that I collect quite a bit of stuff and play. So yeah, those are a couple of different collections that I've got. Lego's just one of them. I don't think I've ever listened to Silver before, Random Brick Films, no. Don't think so. Did you get the Lego guitar set? I did, yeah. Yeah. Like the Stratocaster? Yeah. I gotta say, the build on that, that was probably one of the most, like, ripping my hair out of my head sort of builds I've ever had in a Lego set. That was a frustrating build, but the final result is good. It's just that the guitar is like all made up of the same color of pieces, like whether you build it in black or you build it in red, and you're flipping it around and doing so much snot construction. It's so easy to get disorientated about which side's up, because you have no idea, like, you're building this thing, it's just an amorphous blob of bricks. Yeah, and I made a mistake in one of the parts and had to go back and take parts off. It was brutal. But yeah. On the dark web, Adrian. On the dark web, yeah. Have you ever heard Animal Collective? I don't think so. No. I might have to look into them. Yeah. What's your favorite Lego animal? Mold or brick build? Probably the Lego monkey. Maybe the Lego cat. One of those. Those could be good contenders. Yeah. Oh, it looks like I forgot to build a battery earlier here. Yeah, because I'm already putting in the wheel well parts. Yeah, can we pour one out for all the colors we don't have anymore? Yeah, I don't really drink alcohol, but yeah, for anyone who does, pour one out for all the colors we don't have anymore. Oh, musical instrument store. That would be cool, Steve. Yeah. And they have so many, like, molds these days, like modern molds for Lego instruments. I feel like that would be a lot better than the old, like, bar with clips and, like, vent piece that used to be guitars back when I was young. Random Brick Film says, do you have a favorite Bionicle YouTuber? I do, actually. Tammy Calamity, for sure. Yeah, Tammy Calamity is my favorite Bionicle YouTuber. Although I can't say I watch a lot of Bionicle YouTubers, so if I didn't mention your favorite one here, I'm sorry, but yeah, Tammy's very wise, very smart person, good head on her shoulders and whatnot, so. Are you ever gonna make a video about the Lego monorail, says Leo Dank? Yeah, so I've got the Unitron monorail, the one that came out in 1994, and I need to make a video about it at some point. I just don't know how I'm going to make a video about it. It's so big, and like I don't have a lot of space to work with when it comes to filming it and photography. Maybe this summer. I mean, like, it was supposed to be a thing last summer, but I just don't know. I have it. It's still in its box. It hasn't been built yet, so I need to build it still. And yeah. Nerdine says, so you love 90s Lego, but do you like 90s music? Like, how do you feel like about bands like 9 Inch Nails? Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll be honest. I think like a lot of 90s stuff is pretty cultural low point. Sorry everyone that is a big fan of 90s stuff. Yeah, I think in the 90s I was getting into the 70s. Like that's like when I was listening to Pink Floyd and stuff like that, because I didn't like a lot of the 90s, early 2000s music. So yeah, I'm the wrong slug to ask about that sort of stuff. Sorry everybody. Is it just me, or do you see the Mars mission logo on all the new Lego City Space sets? Yeah, now, like, that logo is from the old classic space stuff. Like, it's not just Mars mission. Mars mission was kind of using that logo as well. But yeah, it's the old 1978 Lego Space. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, Nick. Yeah, let's take a look at it here. Oh, wow, there's a lot more pages to the instruction book here. What else they got in here? So they're saying, okay, you put on one more battery. They tell you how to take off the cockpit. That's cool. Or to put it on, I guess. That's neat. You got the thing. You got the thing. There's the thing. And then there's the rest of the space sets. Yeah. Yeah, these other ones don't really appeal to me. They're okay. That's okay. That's okay, I guess. Yeah. And then you got your parts. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's roly. It's got some suspension there. The back wheels suspend differently as well too. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Got a little bit of spring-loaded stuff on the front. Nice, nice. Yeah. Yeah, Boxtrit says, at what point does a callback reference get oversaturated, not special? Yep. It feels like they're constantly going back to the classic space stuff after the Lego movie. that is the the textbook definition of oversaturated references. I'm so sick of this logo. And it's not because it's a bad logo. It's a cool logo, but they just use it so often on so many space things. Like if it takes place in outer space, it's got this logo nowadays, and it's just, you could have something much cooler there, something more unique that captures what this theme is supposed to be. But again, this is just another theme that we're gonna have to call it the 2024 Lego City Space theme, right? Like we had to do with the one that came out last year, the 2023 Lego Space theme, and the one that came out in 2019, the 2019 Lego City Space theme. Like, I don't know. It's frustrating after a time. Why can't we call this Unitron or Futuron or Exploratron or something, right? You know, just come up with something. So, Do you get anxiety when you see extra pieces at the end of building? That's interesting. Yeah, extra pieces that weren't supposed to be there. Yeah, it's like what did I miss? Any 2024 sets beyond these you're looking forward to building? Probably this one, this model team one. I'm gonna save it for later. I'll build it eventually here. But yeah, there were some strong sets in the first wave of 2024. I certainly didn't go out and buy 3 2023 Lego sets in January, so yeah. These ones have piqued my interest. I hope they do something more with this theme, other than just doing the NASA punk thing that they're going for here, the Starfield, Interstellar, Mass Effect sort of look. Kind of want something a little bit more out there than this, but these are cool for what they are. Yeah. I think the orange works a little bit better on this one, but it's because there's less sand blue. I think you replace the sand blue with light bluish gray and this looks better. And then on this one, I think you replace the orange with some other color, and this one looks better. So I just don't think that orange and the sand blue are really jiving. Not for me, at least. But yeah. Oh yeah, combine the ship and rover to see if they act as a drop ship. I've got some bad news for you, my friend. Yeah, there's nothing to stick them to. If you get rid of the logo and get rid of this light on the top there, then you'd have enough. No, these bars are in the way too. You'd have to put a whole, I don't have any bricks handy. You'd have to put a whole 2x4 plate here before this would attach onto the top. But roughly that's more or less the footprint. Here, I'll see if I can just kind of hold them in place. Or maybe it will press in a little. There we go. Oh, kind of. I guess I popped the cockpit off. That's more or less what it would look like to have that one on top of the other one. It would take some modification. Whoops. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't realize that the top is totally detachable. Okay, it doesn't work at all. Sorry. It doesn't work at all. The dream is dead. Abandon all hope. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yep. Do you have the model team truck that creator set references? Oh, I think that's the giant truck is what the set's called, or giant rig. I've got the Whirl and Wheel Super truck. I think that's what that one is. It was in the 1012 subscriber special. I think this is referencing 2 different model team sets, maybe even 3, because the color scheme on this is actually really reminiscent of a different model team set. So I think there's 3 separate sets being referenced here. So it's kind of like model team-esque. It's not a remake of a set, though. There's 3 different ones. I wish the alt builds were model team references too, but as far as I can tell, they're not. So I think this is just going to be a main model one for me. I don't think I'll even really bother with the other 2 builds. I just like this. Might change the colors on the helicopter too to make it match this a little bit more, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome, everybody. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, Pixelfile. Yep. Optimus Fine finally finished my copy. Oh, nice. We finished our 6:04:31s at approximately the same time there. That's good. That's good. Oh, okay. Sounds like we're back. There we go. Perfect timing. Right? So, yeah. All right, cool. Chef was asking, how do you avoid cursing? Does that get burned out in school becoming a teacher? No. Like, I've never had a problem with not cursing. I usually curse in my day-to-day. I swear all the time. But when I need to switch modes into not cursing mode, no problem. Yeah. I could count on one hand the number of times I've accidentally swore in front of students or in an environment like this. So, yeah. Cool. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me here today, folks. I feel like we've been streaming long enough and whatnot. Yeah. So, thank you very much for watching here. This wasn't meant to be a big all-day sort of adventure like we used to do. I just wanted to do something that allowed us to kind of hang out for a little bit, test out the stream thing, make sure everything was working. We almost got through the whole thing without any glitches or lag or anything like that. So yeah, we just about got there. Yeah. So anyways, thanks very much for hanging out here, folks. I know a lot of folks left me some great comments and questions in the chat here. I'm going to try to go through and reread this whenever I get a chance to sit down and do that, because I think a lot of people had a lot of good things to say, and I appreciate that. Let's not be a stranger, you know, let's do this again sometime, right? But yeah, I guess we'll see when that ends up happening. Thanks very much. Happy New Year, everyone. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.